100 years of hell. That is how long Min Siwoo endured this wretched dimension, fueled only by the burning desire to return to Earth. The ticket home was the spatial sphere hidden deep within a dragon's heart. But now the very beast stood before the protagonist, threatening to end this miserable life right here. Deadly toxins ravaged the hero's body. It seemed like the end. But in that critical split second, Min Siwoo finally unleashed true unbridled power. A magic circle blazed into existence. Terror struck the dragon's soul. Light erupted, knitting Min Siwoo's wounds together with a recovery speed that defied all logic. Fully restored and radiating dominance, the returner issued a cold ultimatum. Will you hand it over, or shall I rip your heart out myself? You have 3 seconds. The dragon froze in shock. Wait, this human is not a mere warrior. But mercy was not an option. By the count of 3, Min Siwoo pierced the beast's heart, ending its existence instantly. The glowing treasure was secured. However, the world remained ignorant of a terrifying truth. Min Siwoo was not just a hunter. This monster was also a legendary healer. Staring at the crimson orb, a heavy sigh escaped. A century of suffering. All for this damn dragon pearl. Even the food in this realm tastes like garbage. A voice echoed in protest. It is not a pearl, I am the spatial sphere. Min Siwoo snapped back, shut your trap, Frey, and then swallowed the artifact whole. The teleportation circle ignited, joy washed over the weary traveler. Finally, home. To my disciple. To my sibling. To Earth, silence. Min Siwoo lay motionless until a falling leaf broke the trance. Eyes snapped open with a start. Hey you freeloader, Frey's voice vibrated from within the stomach. Stop calling me food. Can you not feel me puking? Dimension hopping is nauseating. Internal relief washed over Min Siwoo. The parasite survived, but the mouth remained harsh, disgusting trash. Just dissolve into nutrients already. Frey retorted, are you certain about that? If I get digested, the backlash will destroy you. Min Siwoo felt the world spin, nausea rising. Silence, before I vomit you back out. Is this Earth? Frey scoffed. Seriously, you do not recognize your own home. But Min Siwoo knew better. Earth's landscape shifted constantly depending on the coordinates. The mana density here felt heavy, like the inside of a dungeon gate. Suddenly, Frey paused. Hey freeloader, why do you reek of weakness? Min Siwoo froze. Realization dawned like a cold bucket of water. What the hell, my mana flow? It is clogged. A sinking feeling took over. Frey showed no mercy. Were you trash from the start? I am breaking the contract. Panic set in. Damn it, not again. The dimensional transfer side effects. It was just like before. When leaving Earth 100 years ago, power had plummeted in the exact same way. Current combat power. 15%, no. Maybe 20. Frey raged inside the gut. 20%, are you kidding me? Fix this before we get killed. But Min Siwoo knew the grim truth. Last time it took decades to fully recover. Frey exploded. Decades. That is valid grounds for contract termination. With this pathetic mana pool, the legendary skills, the god-tier arts, all were sealed away. Elsewhere, a pink-haired girl sprinted for her life. Damn it, I lost the team. Behind the runner, a massive orc roared, swinging a club the size of a car. Panic clouded the mind. This monster belongs on the lower floors. Why is it here? Someone save me. Despair hit as the girl tripped crashing to the dirt. Boom. In a flash, Min Siwoo appeared and obliterated the orc like it was nothing. Hey, quick question. Is this Earth trembling? The survivor could only nod. Why, yes. The returner pressed on. This is Korea, correct. What year is it? The girl stared blankly as if looking at a lunatic. Excuse me. It is Korea. The year 2037. The words spilled out, but the mind was stuck on the scene before the eyes. Did this stranger just one-shot an orc? Min Siwoo calculated rapidly. 2037, I left in 2027. So a century in the demon world equals only a decade here. Another absurd question followed. Who is the current president? Sweating profusely, the girl answered. It is Cho Desau. Min Siwoo recoiled in horror. Cho Desau, you mean that muscle-brained cyclops? The survivor wondered if this was some twisted hidden camera show. But Min Siwoo was genuinely baffled. That guy, president? Is Korea so devoid of talent that they elected him? The girl blinked. Is this some kind of regression roleplay? Min Siwoo waved the nonsense away. Forget it. The mana flow here is twisted. Are we inside a gate? A nervous laugh escaped the girl. Well, this is the guidance tower. Min Siwoo raised an eyebrow. The guidance tower, yes. It appeared years ago. A special dungeon for awakening hunters. If you clear it, you awaken. You get skills based on performance and can join top guilds. Everyone races to finish as fast as possible. Min Siwoo stroked the chin. Humph, in my day, we did not need such toys to awaken. That is ancient history, stranger. Min Siwoo cracked the knuckles, ignoring the sass. So simply put, to leave I must conquer this tower. What is the average clear time? Usually 8 weeks. The elites do it in 6. The legendary record is 3 weeks set by Ryuji Wan. As Min Siwoo processed this intel, a shadow loomed. A massive tiger crept from the brush. The girl screamed. Run. But Min Siwoo remained motionless, eyes closed in thought. 3 weeks. That is far too slow. My body is lagging from the transfer. Speed is reduced. The girl shrieked again. Hey, can you save the monologue for later? Did you skip the class on running away from tigers? The beast roared, launching its attack. Yet Min Siwoo stood like a statue. Fine. I will set my own deadline. The pressure spiked. 5 days. That should suffice. Before the tiger could land, it was erased from existence. Scene shift. Meet Min Jun, the bespectacled master of the Empire Guild. A report landed on the desk. Oh, someone cleared the tower already. It has only been 6 weeks since the last intake. Impressive pace? The assistant trembled slightly. Sir, this individual is not from the registered group. Then which batch do they belong to? None, sir. They have no entry record and are causing a scene. Min Jun glanced at the profile photo, and the world stopped. He knew that face. Disbelief washed over the witness, watching the figure approach. What in the world was happening? Clearing the tutorial tower in just 5 days was absolutely unheard of. Dusting off the debris, Min Siwoo smirked with satisfaction. Combat really was the fastest way to recover. It felt like 25% of the original power had finally returned. The system chimed in. Tutorial complete. Calculating stats and analyzing skill compatibility. Error. Measurement impossible. The dimensional gate began to creak open. Stepping into the light felt euphoric. Finally back in Seoul. The survivor trailing behind begged to tag along, desperate to leave the tower's perimeter. This was the reality waiting on the other side. The atmosphere outside was chaotic. A crowd had gathered near the entrance. Why the commotion? Someone muttered about the gate opening, but sensing a disturbance in the energy flow. A man wearing an official armband froze upon spotting the beauty in the duo. That face looked familiar. Definitely saw that name on the participant list earlier. Curiosity took over. The manager immediately greeted the new arrival. Captain of Team 2 had arrived. Reporting the situation, 2 people exited, but the male figure was completely unregistered. The Team 2 captain scanned Min Siwoo with eyes full of suspicion, claiming to clear the tower without a single scratch. That story sounded too ridiculous to be true. And that arrogant look in those eyes looked like a starving parasite begging for attention. Probably just got lucky and snagged a decent skill by accident. Time to intervene. Pushing through the crowd, the captain barked at Min Siwoo. Who are you? Why is your name missing from the manifest? Min Siwoo replied with zero hesitation. Didn't use the main entrance. The captain's temper flared instantly. If not the entrance, then where did you crawl out of a wormhole? Why exit here? Min Siwoo shrugged nonchalantly. It just happened, no logic to it. The captain cracked a neck, bones sneering. This punk really had no respect for seniority. Listen here, brat. It's obvious some stealth skill was used to pull a fast one. Drop the act before things get ugly. This is a warning. Understand. Min Siwoo remained expressionless, fueling the captain's rage. What is that look? Wipe that arrogance off your face before someone rips it off for you. A faint mocking smile appeared on Min Siwoo's lips. Shut up. Your breath reeks of incompetence. The captain froze, brain short-circuiting. What did you just say? Have you lost your mind? Min Siwoo tilted the head slightly. Wasn't the plan to rip this face off, stop talking, and start swinging? And try to breathe less, the smell is nauseating. Provoked to the breaking point, a roar escaped the captain's throat as a fist flew forward. Min Siwoo didn't even flinch. Told you to shut up, yet nobody ever listens. By the time Guildmaster Min Soo arrived with the entourage, the entire squad lay unconscious on the ground. A staff member gasped in horror. What kind of monster did this? The report came in fast. The troublemaker clashed with the guards and vanished into thin air. The Guildmaster demanded immediate access to the surveillance feed. The footage played back. It only took seconds. The mysterious figure dismantled 5 trained hunters in the blink of an eye before disappearing from the frame. Vanishing from the screen entirely suggested one thing. Could this unknown hunter possess a high-level stealth or cloaking ability? The Guildmaster slammed a hand down. No, it wasn't stealth. It was sheer speed. While the subordinates looked confused, a name escaped Min Soo's lips. Min Siwoo. It has to be. That face looked exactly the same as it did 10 years ago. A secret kept buried deep. The order was given immediately. Issue a wanted notice now. Mobilize every member of the Empire Guild. Find this target. Do not engage recklessly. The mission is retrieval, not elimination. Turning away, thoughts of the missing brother flooded back. Brother, where have you been all this time? Why appear now? Kidnapped, running away. There had to be a reason. If you were in Korea, you would have come home. Where would someone go first in this situation? Min Soo immediately cornered the girl who had exited the gate with Min Siwoo. You were one of the survivors from the tutorial tower, correct? The girl nodded confidently. Yes. But to be honest, I was just a passenger. Someone else carried the entire run. Awakening happened and escape followed. So exiting earlier than scheduled implies a powerful skill was acquired during the process. The girl scratched her head shyly. Not sure if it's good, but the system rated it as A rank. Min Soo's face lit up with a professional smile. A rank. That changes things. Final evaluation pending, but recruitment needs to happen now. Empire Guild offers the best contracts in the industry. Interested in joining the ranks, eyes sparkled at the mention of the name. Empire Guild, seriously. An invitation like that would be an absolute honor for the entire family. S-Class Hunter Ryu Ji Hwan from the Diamond Guild materialized from the shadows with a sharp remark, calling in an empire but acting like a street gang as always. Min Su glared. Watch your mouth. Ryu Ji Hwan chuckled, clearly enjoying the tension. Oh my, looks like a nerve was struck. Someone is feeling sensitive today. Walking beside Ryu was Choi Sung-in, master of the Wan's Guild. Seemed like the competition had arrived early. Everyone received the notification from the association. The entire security team wiped out. Is this the unregistered awakener everyone is panicking about? Ryu scanned the scene with a sinister grin. This rookie sure knows how to make an entrance, causing this much chaos right out of the gate. Choi Sung-in stepped in. Identity unknown, but locating the target is the priority. Judging by the combat data, a high-tier skill is involved. That means potential for a key strategic asset. To be honest, the value here is astronomical. Ryu cracked knuckles with excitement. Whoever finds the target first keeps the prize. And if methods get a little messy, nobody will complain, right? Min Su scowled but remained silent. Choi Sung-in declared the race on. I'll search personally. No time to waste on idle chatter. If the awakener is found, sharing the intel would be polite. Choi turned to the girl standing next to Min Su. And what about you? Here's a business card. Think it over carefully. With that awakening, ranked doors will open anywhere. Ryu waved a dismissive hand. Suit yourself. I'll let you know if I find the target. The moment they were clear, Ryu barked orders. Jin Sik, rally all C and D rank members of Diamond. Form search teams and deploy immediately. We are hunting someone down. Jin Sik asked for a name. Ryu sneered, eyes cold. Minsu's damn bloodline. That's who. Scene shift to the aroma of crispy grease. Frey groaned in disbelief. Back on Earth after 100 years, and the first stop is a fried chicken joint. Min Seiw inhaled the scent deeply. Try it and see why I ran here like a starving beast. One bite later, Frey's eyes went wide with shock. What is this sorcery? A whole life has been wasted until now. What the hell is this? Is this fried chicken made of pure solid gold or something? How can flavor like this even exist? How do you survive 100 years in the demon realm without this divine treasure? Are you a total psycho, stuffing your pre-says? Face like a squirrel while asking that I am in the middle of restoring my lost humanity, so zip it. Then a scream of pure, unadulterated desire. All right, then hand over the rest. Don't you dare hog it. All that pile is mine. Belly's full. Seiw decided to head back to the sweet old crib, but the place looked like a disaster zone, standing right in front of the childhood home. The moment the gate creaked open, familiar sounds and ghostly illusions flickered to life. Seiw, are you home? Back already? A bit late today, isn't it? Are you hungry? Mom will call Min Jun to eat. Visions of two brothers rushing into a warm embrace, the air thick with the savory scent of soybean paste stew. Snap back to reality, total ruin. That warm fuzzy space, ancient history. Nothing but spider webs and empty bottles littering the cold floor now. Words failed. Seiw slumped onto the porch, mind blank. Just as feared, the faces of Mom and Dad were gone. They say oblivion is a gift from the gods. But for this survivor, it is a curse. 100 years in the demon realm. Endless slaughter on a blood-soaked alien world. Human senses, slowly numb and paralyzed. A body frozen in time, a self fading into the void. Through that eternity of horror, clinging to memories was the only lifeline. Terrified, the curse of oblivion would swallow everything. Memories of the little brother of the disciples. But eventually, those weren't even memories anymore. They twisted into obsession and regret. Yet that madness fueled survival for a century. Frey's voice cut through the gloom. Looking pretty pathetic there, huh? Honestly, our hellhole in the demon realm had better vibes. Seiw fired back. Yeah, but no fried chicken there. Frey paused. Argument won by the power of poultry. Logic undeniable. Shaking off the gloom, a spark returned to Seiw's eyes. Just a quick pit stop. Time to track down the survivors. Wonder how they survived the last 10 years. Hope Min Jun is okay. Stepping out the gate, the path was blocked. An armed mob encircling the prey. A voice boomed from the rooftop. Found you, you rat. Tracking you is a total nightmare. Pleasure to meet the Chaos Maker from the upper exit. Name's Ha-Moon, C-rank hunter from Diamond Guild. Do you have any idea the trouble caused finding you? Seiw's expression, pure boredom. Cold indifference. So what, want a cookie or a hug? Ha-Moon manspreaded like a king on a throne. Hey, our ears working. This is the Diamond Guild talking. I said Diamond, a sigh of exhaustion escaped. Seiw. Diamond cubic zirconia, who cares? Spit it out already. Ha-Moon laughed, a dangerous edge to the sound. Want ha, clueless newbie. Need a lesson on how to crawl instead of walk. The hunter world has changed, kid. Hands slid into pockets, a smirk playing on lips. Crawling seems better suited for that ugly monkey face. Even gorillas can be hunters now. What a progressive world. Ha-Moon's face flushed purple. Dead meat. Kill him first, drag the corpse later. Power flared, launching a strike straight at Seiw. A side-eye glance, letting the attack land. A body slam into the wall, but Ha-moon cackled, thinking it was over. Who's the gorilla now, brat? The goons cheered like fanboys. Boss, you good. Knocked him out cold before hands even left pockets. Finish him. Ha ha ha, Seiw lay motionless. But a system window hovered in the air. Skill lightning step rank C. Effect doubles, movement speed momentarily. Note speed increases with physical durability. Seiw asked, hey Frey, want a taste? The reply came instantly. First snack since hitting Earth? Hell yes. I want a feast. Seiw vanished. Godlike speed. Blurring past Ha-moon before the thug's brain could even process the movement. Slam face planted into the concrete. The lackeys turned pale, frozen in terror. The command whispered like a death sentence, feast predator. A mana circle erupted, glowing ominous red. Draining vitality, stealing skills. Surprise flickered. The power worked perfectly, even on Earth. Frey chimed in. Skill theft is cool, but it's no crispy chicken skin. The goons snapped out of shock rage, taking over. Don't just stand there. Kill him, Seiw shouted Frey. Test drive the new toy. As the mob swarmed from all sides, the spirit acknowledged the order with glee. Roger that superhuman speed injection. In a heartbeat, Frey swept the battlefield. The last fool rushed in and vanished just as fast. Notification popped. Skill acquired heavy strike rank C. Effect auto-targeting of opponent's vital points. Bonus efficacy increases with weapons. Seiw grabbed a drop blade and sighed. Dull. Call yourself a swordsman. Maintenance is basic respect. Mine now. Launching into a blurred assault, but a voice pierced the chaos. Brother, the blade halted millimeters from a throat. Frozen. That voice. The beloved little brother stood right there. Seiw, a smile slowly broke the killer's facade. Min Jun, 20 years ago. Gates cracked the sky, peace shattered into chaos. Monsters poured out, and the first awaken rose to meet them. The wild era. No laws, no government control. Just a world of rookies flailing in the dark, desperate to survive the apocalypse. Min Jun and Seiw. Orphans against the world. Seiw, a first-gen awaken, dropped out of school to take up the sword. All to feed the kid brother. No school today, done with school. Got a job now. Because of me. Nah, I'm just terrible at studying. Early retirement. The final goodbye at the door. Don't worry. I'll be back before you know it. A promise that stretched into 10 years of silence. Back in the present, stepping into the brother's new place. Whoa, this pad is legit. Checking the furniture, the view. Damn, is that the Han River paid in full, no loans. Min Jun, you absolutely crushed it. Min Jun looked overwhelmed. It's nothing huge. Just use the skills you taught me to hustle. Bought it, so we could live here together. There's a room waiting for you. Min Jun stood there dazed. Reality felt like a dream. Was this actually happening? Is it really you? The missing ghost back after a decade. While Min Jun spiraled, Seiw was just vibing on the interior design. Check it out. A private suite. Raising my little brother actually paid off. Seiw grinned, looking around the luxe room. Man, talk about a glow up. But don't think I missed that look in your eyes, Min Jun. You've been through the ringer, haven't you? Min Jun froze for a heartbeat, then the tension melted away. A genuine flush crept up his neck as he finally smiled. You're the one who looks like he crawled out of hell, brother. Still cracking jokes. Yeah, that's definitely you. But seriously. Min Jun's voice cracked, dropping to a whisper. Do you have any idea how long I searched? Where the hell have you been? All this time, Seiw walked over, ruffling his brother's hair like he was a kid again. Sit down. Grab a drink. I've got 100 years of drama to spill. Cracking open a few beers and tearing into snack bags, Seiw began the epic saga. Min Jun sat there, nodding along, absorbing every impossible word. Long story short, Seiw started 10 years ago, the second I took down the 4th Demon King, a cursed artifact triggered. Boom. I got yeeted into a completely different dimension. In that hellhole, I met a freak named Frey, thing could steal skills from others. I used that power to level up. For a solid century, I fought, bled, and hunted a dragon that possessed space magic, until I finally cornered the Dragon King. So you slayed the Dragon King, ripped the space orb out of its heart, and used it to warp back to Earth. Simple enough, right? Seiw leaned back, looking casual. Well, funny story. Frey hitched a ride. He's currently living rent-free inside my body. Min Jun's face went sheet white. Inside your body, you mean? Like a demonic possession. Nah, think of it as a parasite. Seiw shrugged. Suddenly, a voice echoed from his gut. Watch your mouth, kid. You want me to make you cough up blood? Seeing Min Jun look like he was about to faint, Seiw waved it off. Relax, don't overthink it. Sounds like bad sci-fi, I know. Just know your big bro isn't crazy. Sweating bullets. Min Jun managed a nod. I believe you. If anyone could pull that off, it's you. Besides, look around. We live in a world where monsters and dungeons are the morning news. A voice in the stomach. That's just a Tuesday. Anyway, I'm back. That's what matters. Seiw's eyes suddenly went cold. Now your turn. Tell me what kind of nightmare this country became in the last 10 years. How did that snake become President Min Jun's expression darkened. After you vanished, Cho Desau stole everything. He took credit for killing the fourth Demon King. He rode that lie to the top. Called himself the God of War, the greatest first-gen hunter. He used that fake reputation to brainwash the public and seize the presidency. And now he's passing laws specifically designed to crush our guild. Seiw crossed his arms, aura flaring with irritation. Subtle. Korea's only S-rank hunter. What a sick joke. By the way, those thugs from earlier, the Diamond Guild. Are they Desau's lapdogs? No, Min Jun corrected. Desau runs the Infinite Legion. Diamond belongs to Ryu Ji-hwan. Another venomous snake. Right now, Korea is ruled by these 7 stars, the 7 biggest guilds. Diamond is just one of them. Ryu Ji-hwan is a second-gen scumbag. Don't worry about today's mess. I'll handle the cleanup. Seiw blinked, surprised by the steel in his brother's voice. The crybaby he left behind had grown a backbone in the last decade. Change of subject, Seiw asked. What about my disciples? Min Jun hesitated, looking away. Scattered to the winds. No one's really in touch anymore. So Ryong went back to the countryside. Yuhua. She actually joined Cho Desau's faction. Seiw raised an eyebrow. Yuhua traitorous. Okay, what about Min Jun? The silence that followed was deafening. He was murdered. Seiwu's voice dropped, an octave, danger leaking into the air. Dead. Who did it? Min Jun clenched his fists. The body vanished. We never found the killer. Hunter-killers usually fall into 2 categories, rival hunters or unregistered awakened. The SMCS investigated, but they came up empty. Bang, Seiw slammed his hand on the table. SMCS. What the hell is that? The Hunter Management and Area Control Bureau. Basically the international police for hunters. They have global jurisdiction to arrest awakened criminals. Think of them as the cops of the superhuman world. Seiwu's eyes narrowed. You got a contact inside. Min Jun looked wary. I do. But why? You're not seriously thinking of going there. If it's intel you want, our guild's intelligence team is safer. That place is a shark tank. You don't walk in there without a warrant. Seiw stood up, determination set in stone. I need more than intel. Brother, listen, Min Jun pleaded. Hunters fight monsters. SMCS deals with human scum and murder cases. It's a different game. You just got back. Take a breath. Get your combat senses back first. Seiw let out a dry, dangerous chuckle. Kid, I spent 100 years fighting in a dimension of pure chaos. You think a police station scares me? Min Jun paused. Right. He almost forgot who he was talking to. The legend. Once Min made up his mind, not even God could stop him. Fine. You win. Li Ye from the Hanel Guild is a high-ranking officer there. I'll make the call. Seiwu's face softened into a warm smile. Thanks, little brother. Even with the plan set, Min Jun felt a knot in his stomach. Seiw looked the same, but his aura, it was completely alien. What kind of horrors had he survived over there? Scrolling through the database, Seiw pointed at the screen. Huh, wait a second. I know that mug. Who? Let me see. Min Jun leaned in. Hwang Donggu, captain of the SMCS Gangbuk Team First-Gen Hunter. You know him. Seiw tilted his head. Donggu, no. Pretty sure that bastard's name was. Scene shift 2 days later, SMCS Gangbuk headquarters. Damn it. A rugged man slammed a file down. These second-gen brats are useless. Headquarters sent another rookie to my team. They call this the incubator generation for a reason, soft as tofu. The subordinate side used to the daily rant. Yes, sir. But Captain Donggu was on a roll, screaming at the ceiling. Back in my day, we didn't have safety nets. The hunter world was a lawless wasteland. We wrote our wills before breakfast every single day. You get that? Hey, did I ever tell you about the time I almost died in that raid 10 years ago? The employee rolled his eyes internally. Only about 768 times. Yes, Captain. I've heard it. Donggu ignored him. Well, listen again, I was a rookie. Took a critical hit. Gut spilling out total despair. My whole team was wiped. I was ready to meet my maker. Then out of nowhere, this god-tier healer shows up. Uses the divine doctor's skill and saves my sorry ass. He looked at me and said, Hwang Donggu, a familiar voice boomed from the doorway. Seiw stood there looking confused. Why'd you change your name? Hwang Donggu suited you. You're confusing me, man. You remember me, right? I'm the guy who saved your life. Donggu's confident smirk vanished. His brain short-circuited. Speak of the devil and the devil walks in. What is happening is that? Hunter Min Seiw panic took the wheel. Donggu's face twisted into a terrified grin. Ahem, everyone listen up. This is the new recruit for the Gangbuk team, Hunter Min Seiw, since he's new. He might not know the ropes. If he asks for anything at all, you give it to him. Immediately. We are seniors, so we must treat our juniors with absolute respect. Got it, the blue-haired girl blinked, totally lost. Captain, didn't you just spend an hour trashing rookies? Why is Captain Donggu acting like that? The guy next to her whispered, sweating profusely. Shut up, can't you see the man is terrified? Check out the captain's reaction. This new guy, definitely not some average rookie. While the squad whispers, Dong-gu snaps, calling them out directly. Poor Seiw almost jumps out of her skin. Dong-gu keeps screaming like a maniac. Conference room, now briefing for the newbie. The whole walk there, Seiw is sweating buckets, terrified. Inside, the vibe is weird. Dong-gu is fumbling, totally awkward. Loses all cool. Hunter Seiw, sir. Coffee, instant, or Americano? Nope. Seiw crosses arms, acting like the real boss here. Instant. Huang Dong-gu switches to ultra-enthusiastic mode. SMCS deployment uniform. What size? Seiw raises a hand. Captain briefing, 0 files prepared. Confused stare. Explain to the captain, no explain to the monster rookie. Seiw cuts through the confusion. Summarize every hunter murder from the last 20 years. Hand it over. Seiy's jaw drops. 20 years of data. That's massive. Plus, we need guild approval. But Dong-gu snaps back instantly. No one talks back to Seiw on his watch. Quit making excuses. You've been here long enough to handle this. Then, total personality switch. Dong-gu hands the coffee to Seiw like a servant. Don't worry, Hunter Seiw. Our data team is top tier. Seiw rubs a throbbing temple. Is this the same captain? Did someone swap his soul? A bit later. After working eyes to the bone, Seiw double checks. Hey newbie. Regarding elimination, just victim profiles right. Sipping that instant coffee, Seiw replies coolly. Only cases officially recognized by SMCS. Also, need the list of unidentified hunter killers. Crush. The paper cup crumples in Seiw's grip. Killing an awaken is near impossible, unless the attacker is one too. Someone took down Min Jun, a high ranker. That screams professional. Dead or alive doesn't matter. If they are awakened, the association has a file. Priority 1, identify them. Seiw sighs defeated. Where should the files go? Seiw holds out a device. Phone. Now, suddenly, a head pops in the door. Captain, got a second. Police are screaming for backup. Turf war. Gangs with awakened members. Dong-gu rolls eyes. Can't the cops handle a few street rats? Just low-level trash, right? But Captain. One of them is Zeus. Dong-gu freezes. Shock hits him like a truck. What? Those scumbags again. Seiw looks blank. Zeus Seiw explains fast. Not your average thugs. Arms dealing. Assassination. Human trafficking. Even rumors of smuggling hunters. Too big for the cops. Smuggling hunters, Seiw's interest peaks instantly. I'm in. Seiw grabs a jacket. Dong-gu panics, blocking the way. You're a rookie. At least do basic training first. Cut to the chaos. Bodies everywhere. Kang-ho Zeus, vice leader, cackles. So-called elites of death, war pathetic. Before Zeus, you are nothing. Jake the third leader chimes in. Hey Kang-ho, unfair, my flesh-cleaving blade took out half of them. Joking around amidst the slaughter. Oh yeah, beat me then, just wait Jiken. I'll surpass you one day. Kang-ho gloats. Without me, you guys are dead meat. Quitting the hunter life for this organization, best choice ever, he declares loudly. From today, this turf belongs to Zeus. Boom. An explosion rips through the celebration. No time to react. Debris flies. Jiken stumbles. What the hell? A survivor out of the smoke. Seiw steps forward. Cold eyes. Judging by that trash talk, you've killed hunters before, haven't you? Kang-ho flinches. Fear strikes. Seiw prepares to unleash hell. Show me what you got. Suddenly, vision blurs. Kang-ho sees. Dead teammates. He's still standing. Never seen that face in Gangbook. What kind of idiot attacks alone? Voices surround him but Kang-ho. Mind spinning. Weird. Swear I heard a skull crack. Kang-ho shakes it off, roaring. Come on then. You want a show? I'll give you one. Skill activated, full body armor rank B. Invisible plating wraps around skin. Duration depends on mana. Physical defense up 30%. Magic defense up 10. The whole gang rushes Seiw at once. A tidal wave of violence. Then, darkness. Pure black. Kang-ho drifts. What just happened was fighting. Wait, who's standing by the river? Grandpa, you calling me over or telling me to stop? Snap back to reality. Getting absolutely wrecked by Seiw, grabbed by the neck, lifted into the air. Wake up. Just you left now. Eyes glow. Feast predator. The skill activates, devouring the energy. Oh. That tastes divine. Satisfying. Gasping for air. Vision fading. Kang-ho can't believe it. One guy wiped us all out. Why? What do you want from us? We don't know anything. Never killed hunters. We're just pawns. Seiw flashes a bright, sinister smile. I know. Small fry like you. Wouldn't have the guts. Kang-ho wheezes, barely whispering. Then, why? Seiw dusts off hands. Just a test. Wanted to see what criminal awaken are made of. You looked like pests, so I exterminated you. Just then, Dong-gu bursts in. Hunter Seiw, you okay? Upper floors secured. You insisted on going solo. I was terrified. Seiw leans back, totally unbothered. Oh, you guys finally done. Took long enough. Kept a leader alive for interrogation. The rest, dead. A casual shrug. That works right. Looking at the carnage. Blood everywhere. Huang Donggu is speechless. Policy says arrest first. Self-defense only if attacked. SMCS follows international law. Standard procedure. Agents must wear body cameras for evidence. Donggu tries to explain, but panic rises. Sure, they're brutal criminals, but total annihilation. He looks at Seiwu's blank expression. Known as a mad dog, but this is cold-blooded slaughter. Seiwu scratches head, feigning innocence. Oh, body cam. Forgot it. Whoops. Still a trainee, though. You'll cover for me, right? Huang Donggu has no choice. Screaming inside, crying outside. Yes. Clearing up the aftermath, Min Seiwu played the innocent victim card. Yo, they swung first. For real, see this blood splattered on the gear, sure, totally believing that. Mouth says trust, but Huang Donggu knows damn well that ain't Min Seiwu's blood. Meanwhile, one rat survived cowering under a table, frantically dialing the boss for backup. No cap, Min Seiwu wiped the floor with them. Total annihilation. And that class, 3-liter Jiken, the guy being tailed. Dead meat. On the other end, a Hong Kong A rank from the Red Guild. Disbelief in the voice. Say that again. Who died? Scene shift. Hunter Gert makes a grand entrance flanked by lackeys. Facing a suit-clad welcome committee, Hunter Gert of Hong Kong's Red Guild just touched down, escorting the guest to the designated location now. A gray-haired hunter bows out of respect. Hunter Gert, I'm Junie from the Korean Hunter Association. But Gert cut the pleasantries. Face grim. Where is my brother? Ji-won stepped up. The suspect Jiken is in forensic custody. Need verification of the body and paperwork done. Then it's straight to the assigned quarters. A sinister laugh escaped Gert's lips. Ha, suspect Jiken. Word on the street says the killer has ties to the SMCS. Junie stayed ice cold. Cannot disclose any intel regarding that matter. Gert's eyes narrowed, glaring daggers. Am I allowed to leave the quarters off schedule? Negative. Staying put until the scheduled departure date is mandatory. Unauthorized absence violates international hunter law. Result: forced deportation and severe penalties. Now moving to the forensic lab. Pure annoyance flashed across Gert's face, so just light some incense and scram Tiesk. Then a muttered command. Ryu Ji-won is hunting the target. Just wait. You bastard who killed my brother. Gonna rip that beating heart right out. Scene switch. Min Seiwu and Min Jun conferring. They took everything? Yup. 2 days after Min Jun's assassination, the place was stripped clean. Hunter Mana acts like a fingerprint revealing attribute codes and rank right. Investigators claim the culprit wiped the place to hide tracks. Min Jun was an archaeologist. The house was stacked with critical research. Literally 0 items with residual mana were left behind. Min Seiwu hesitated. Certain it was the assassin. Could have been a random looting. The stolen list is all high-value goods. Plus, look at this mess. If the goal was erasing mana signatures, torching the whole crib would have been way more efficient. Min Jun blinked, the logic hitting hard, implying scavengers hit the empty house after the assassination. Min Seiwu sighed. Dug through SMCS criminal records. Way more common than expected. Looks like shaking down some contacts is in order. Min Jun scoffed. Say what? Even with fencing delays, it's been years. No way Min Jun's gear is still out there. Min Seiwu flashed a cocky grin. Won't know till we check right. Catch you tonight. Sounded cool then, but now, total dead end. Even the MC is confused. Talked a big game, but damn, how does this tiny country have so many thieves? A whole week wasted. Now Min Seiwu's tailing Frey on a hunch. Frey was buzzing. Foodie's got that gut instinct. Trust the big bro. Path of destiny is. Right, Min Seiwu fumed smoke practically coming out of ears. That's a dead end, you moron. Mid-rage Min Seiwu froze. A sound. Whispers nearby. Instant stealth mode to investigate. Heard the latest gossip, SMCS is purging stolen goods dealers. Hardcore. Just yesterday, the whole Yongdongpo district got deleted. The old man puffing a cigarette looked rattled. Serious. For real, no search warrant, no report. The skinny guy was sweating bullets. It's SMCS boss. Global jurisdiction over hunters. License to execute awakened criminals on sight. Fight back. That ain't prison time, that's a death sentence. The boss sneered. Ain't they just government lapdogs? Just waste them and be done with it. Nah, the skinny one countered. Legit hunters join guilds for the fat paychecks. Logic says organizations like SMCS don't have any high-tier rankers, but the freak hunting smugglers right now, not some nobody. Dealing in stolen hunter gear puts a target on the back. Moving the warehouse is the smart play. Min Seiwu dropped the stealth, stepped right out. So where's this warehouse at? The duo spun around. Min Seiwu pointed a finger. Consider that inventory confiscated. The skinny guy went pale. Think that's him. The SMCS psycho wiping out the gangs. Boss instantly whipped out a phone. All units to Sector 2 code red. Now Min Seiwu leaned back unbothered, asking nicely. Warehouse location. On a tight schedule here. Talk fast or die fast. Clock's ticking. The boss shoved the skinny guy forward. Damn it, Hansen, handle this trash. Hansen was trembling. But fighting ain't my spec. Reinforcements flooded in. Boss, what's the situation? Who's this wannabe? The boss raised an eyebrow, confidence returning. Trying to intimidate, Idiot doesn't know whose turf this is. SMCS, who cares? Encasing the body in concrete and dumping it in the ocean means no one ever finds it. Min Jun didn't even flinch. Didn't even look back. Hands slid into pockets. Gathered everyone up just to save the trouble. Adorable. Yo, Frey, been a while since a skill drop. Yeah, want a test drive? Frey lit up. One skill cast equals one fried chicken. A magic circle blazed to life around Min Jun. Boom. Massive electric discharge. In a split second, the goons were twitching on the floor, fried to a crisp. After giving a little taste of the thunder, Seiw asked again. Now ready to give directions to that warehouse. Hansen lifted a head, tears streaming. Who the hell are you? Min Jun smirked. Me, just a lunatic. Location, the warehouse. Min Jun was busy trussing up the small fry. Frey gloated. See that, my faction rules. Min Jun shot back. Don't make me laugh. Pure dumb luck. Min Jun held a book. Looks like the mana source was found. But Frey was whining. You smells like nerd stuff. A book. Min Jun chuckled. Yep, spotted it instantly. At least one thing survived the purge. The book Min Jun's research journal. And it had a protective seal, not a standard lock. A formation that only unlocks with the owner's specific mana signature. Frey kept yapping. Hey Foodie, it's locked tight. Can the content even be read? Min Jun replied coolly. Doesn't matter. The book ain't the prize. The mana trapped inside is. Phone out, dialing song. It's me. Got the goods. Trash disposal time. The awakened criminals are bound and waiting. Bring the car around. Destination. The neutral zone. A playground where dark arts and twisted abilities are currency. The hunter's black market. Black heaven. A woman flips tarot cards with a knowing smirk. Looks like an amusing guest is about to drop by. Grand Shaman Myung, one of the 12 rulers of Black Heaven. Seiw observes the target. Compared to 10 years ago, 0 changes. Frey's voice echoes inside Siwoo's skull. You are famous food.
Eyes are everywhere. Those tasty powers. Should we kill one for a snack?
2 men freeze in the distance, locking eyes with the protagonist. Seiw barely opens one eye, lazy and dismissive. No. Neutral ground rules apply. Causing trouble here is a drag. The witch leans against the cabinet. Been a while, hasn't it? Hand on heart, a gentle invitation. Waited ages for this. Come in. Books scattered in chaos next to a sealed box. A floor mat prepared with precision. Myung sits opposite Seiw. Has it really been 10 years? You haven't aged a day. Seiw lowers the gaze. Still the same. Myung. Chin resting on hand, a bright smile blooms. So no contact for a decade. What was the agenda? Seiw slides the locked grimoire forward. Long story. Boring details. Skip the small talk. Extract the mana from this. She strokes her chin, intrigued. Blunt as ever. Fine. This actually catches the interest. Myung reaches for a luxurious silver chalice on the table. Remember the ritual. Seiw grabs the blade. Steel meets flesh. Crimson flows from the palm. Mana transformed by skills or magic is fixed. Reverting it to the original state, nearly impossible. The chalice fills halfway with Siwoo's blood. Picture a completed spell like a bowl of cooked curry. Myung sips from the silver cup. Solids like carrots or potatoes can be fished out. But separating dissolved curry powder from the water, impossible. Yet the impossible bows before this woman. The Myung one. Holder of the skill. Mana hacker. Gazing at the tome in hand. An illegal medium. Power-defying causality. Force against nature. A small magic circle ignites beneath the book. Abilities like this breed criminality. Grand Shaman Myung closes both eyes. The blade turns toward the witch's own wrist. Society views such power with suspicion. Face flushed with ecstasy. Done. Purest blood ever. Feels like life itself dancing on the tongue. Frey grumbles inside the mind. Her skill is grotesque. Definitely not our style. Seiw grabs the wrist. A flash of magic seals the wound. Thanks for the compliment. Consider this one free. Myung strokes her chin, watching the retreating back. Vial in hand, the youth responds. Work to do. Return expected later. Myung crosses arms, evaluating. Truly a mystery. At the traffic lights, Frey's voice trembles. Place gave me goosebumps. Never going back there. The street lies empty, silent, desolate. Seiw drives one-handed arm resting on the window. Frey cranky today, aren't we? The entity retorts. You and that woman both perverts. Depraved. Seiw closes eyes nonchalant. Talking nonsense. Just a tiny cut on the hand. Frey sighs bored. Where to next? Just want to go home. The car glides silently through the streets. Ancient History Research Institute. Seiw stands before the massive structure, the site of Min Jun's murder. Seiw pushes the heavy wooden doors. Frey sounds panicked. Food got power now, so we just barge in. That is trespassing. Seiw reassures. Relax. Building belongs to the Imperial Guild. Luckily, Min Jun bought and preserved this place early. Eyes widen in surprise. Not the only one here. Seiw mutters, watching phantom figures, chatting happily ahead. Still struggling to accept Min Jun's end. Hand slams onto the table. Need to see the memories of that day. Seiw kneels, palm pressing against the cold tiles. Seiw locks eyes with Frey at the question. Really using that? Mana ripples out, forming a massive magic circle. System alert: mana memory. Rank mystery. Affect emotions experienced by the mana owner at this location. Will be replayed. Image clarity depends on the catalyst's mana quantity and quality. Glittering magic particles accumulate in the room. Seiw stares at two phantoms replaying the past. A figure with glasses retreats, clutching a shoulder in agony. Frey speaks, irritated. Is the mana amount too low? Can't see clearly. Seiw replies, helpless. No choice. Mana memory replays emotions, not high-definition video. Head bowed in thought. Min Jun was no weakling. Eyes drift to the phantom of Min Jun slumped against the wall. Taken down this fast by a single opponent implies the killer was top tier. Min Jun's lips move. Seiw freezes, teeth gritted. Is this an order? Magic shrouds the hooded phantom. A grin reveals rows of razor-sharp teeth. Upstairs, Seiw falls into deep thought. High rankers. Min Jun wasn't just a researcher. He belonged to a secret organization. Frey asks, worried. Food you okay? Mist rises from the chalice in the circle's center. Meaning what? Seiw queries. Frey recounts the history. Back in the demon realm, you wouldn't shut up about the disciple and the brother. Centuries passed. Never forgot them. Moment boots hit Earth, the search began. Now witnessing the disciple's death with your own eyes. And remaining this calm. Are you heartless? Seiw snatches something from the magic circle. Frey vocabulary is improving. Where did you pick up those words? Frey presses on. Internal emotions are churning enough to make me sick. But the outside, nothing. Or maybe you can't show it. Seiw turns away, voice steady. I am fine. After 100 years, this was bound to happen eventually. The door swings open. A figure, face half hidden, speaks with authority. Min Seiw correct. Scratching the head, he sighs. Where the hell have you been wandering all day? What a drag. Just follow quietly. A certain someone is dying to meet you. Seiw crossed arms, sneering with pure contempt. 1, 2, 3. Look at this arrogance. Acting tough while hiding behind 6 little rats. Ryu Ji-hwan. Ryu Ji-hwan recoiled at the insult, brow furrowing as a menacing growl escaped. 2 choices, kid. Pick one. Option 1, shut that mouth, let us tie those hands and follow quietly. Option 2, resist, get sliced into ribbons and dragged away, leaving a trail of blood. Being a prisoner beats being a corpse. Seiw didn't bother arguing. Tie this fool up, Ryu. The command dropped instantly, but before the goons could twitch, a violent shadow tore through the brunette, blood sprayed. A scream ripped the air. Another strike landed, crimson soaked the ground. Seiw smirked at the little demon in hand. Actually getting slashed sounds way more fun. Frey panicked. Tricked, you idiot. The mob charged. Die, scum, I'll end you, one roared. Then freeze. A cold voice cut through the noise. Stop. Gert frowned, chaotic red mana swirling around a clenched fist. I'll handle this pest. It's my prey. Seiw rested hands on hips, eyes dancing with amusement. Interesting. The muscular giant glared back, biceps twitching. Hunter Min Seiw's link. Is this the guy? Rage burned in Gert's eyes. Seiw. You're the butcher who killed my brother. Frey drooled, completely ignoring the tension. Ooh, food. Out of everyone here, this one looks the most delicious. Seiw scratched a neck, bored stiff. Brother, who knows? Do people ask garbage for a name before taking it to the dump? Gert's face went black. Killing intent spiked. The floor cracked as Gert launched bastard, a fist glowing with amplified power aimed straight for the target. I'll rip that heart out. A savage strike slammed into Seiw. But wait, golden light exploded. The wound vanished instantly. A bright mocking grin. Not bad. Solid rank A. Veins popped on Gert's forehead, mind racing. Instant recovery. Is this punk? A healer? Seiw leaped back, creating distance. The brute charged, screaming. Arrogant brat. The underlings turned pale, whispering. Blocked. The guild leader. That was a direct hit, don't just stand there. Kill him. Suddenly, Seiw vanished. Reappeared right in a goon's face. Nope, can't let the peanut gallery join in. Lightning crackled, aiming for the head. But the target was already gone. System alert skill, lightning flash. Adrenaline pumped through Seiw. Finally, a fight worth the time. The crowd watched the blur of motion, jaws dropping. A healer, moving like a speedster. What the hell is that thing? Gert watched Seiw choke a subordinate. Analyzed every move. Dodged with top 0 wasted effort. Never seen a speed hunter this precise inside a gate. That vision range, it's monster level. This guy is not human. Gert steeled resolve. Time to go all out. Seiw shot a glance. You seem to be misunderstanding something. Crime demands punishment. Brother's son doesn't matter. Awaken criminals dying by these hands. Just natural order. Why play the victim? The real victims are the civilians your brother butchered. Face red Gert ground teeth. Shut your mouth. Think the world is black and white. A memory surfaced, a brother's strong back, laughter, innocent days long gone. A roar shook the walls. You know nothing of our hell. Just because you hold power, you judge us. Idiot Jiken became a villain to keep me alive. He did what he had to. The massive arm glowed, dark energy swirling like smoke. Your crime is spitting on that sacrifice. Magic arrows materialized from Gert's aura, sharp and deadly. Eyes bleeding hate. Pay with your life. System alert. Heavenly Wolf Ryu Ji Huan strike. Rank A. Compressed mana. Homing projectiles locked on target. Seiw stood frozen against the incoming storm. Movement won't save me here. Frey, skill up. The spirit groaned. You're draining me dry, I'm just. A mana fragment, I'm empty. A golden circle flared. Seiw commanded. One last time, I'll handle the rest. Hand slapped the circle. Nullify system alert skill. Nullification. Rank mystery. Formula, analyze density, inject opposite attribute, collapse the matrix. Success relies on absolute mana control and God-tier observation. Gert went pale. The arrows dissolving before impact, a spell. Ryu broke into a cold sweat. No way. A skill that neutralizes and rank A hunter. Damn it, revenge is over. We're outmatched. Maybe we surrender. Whoosh, Seiw was already there, aura blazing. Hey. Does every sob story turn into a villain arc? Spare me. The cheap drama. Bam. A kick connected. Gert roared. Too slow. The giant skid back, knees buckling. Boss pale-faced. Gert crossed arms, gasping for air. Stay back. Energy swirled around Gert's hands. That power. It has a cost. Can't use it forever. If the brat is healer, I win the stamina game. Mana runs dry eventually. Just rush and crush. Heavenly Wolf Ryu Ji1 strike. Focus mode. The charge began. But Seiw was faster. A hand clamped onto Gert's face. Don't. Crack. A punch to the gut. I said don't use it. Gert doubled over. Smack. Fist met face. This building is ancient. You paying if it collapses. Vandal Gert swung back blindly. Magic attack. Now Seiw launched into the air. Ryu Ji1 bind the target. Ryu slammed hands on the ground, summoning mana chains. First stay back, now help. Make up your mind. Chains snaked around Seiw midair. Got him. Gert poured every ounce of power into the blast. Brother's killer, I'll vaporize. Every cell, try healing ash. Seiw's hand moved. Gold light flashed. Chains shattered like glass. Congratulations on joining your brother in hell. The magic reversed, engulfing the giant. Life drain system alert skill, life drain. SS rank ability. The effect. Absorbing the target's life force within range. Gert is withering away, fast skin wrinkling up like a raisin bones, looking ready to burst out. Ryu hits the ground, stuttering in terror. What the hell is that? That's a healer's skill. Min Seiw replies, a golden magic circle lighting up beneath the feet. The first skill, awaken upon becoming a hunter. Ryu is horrified. That thing. It was never about being a normal healer. A hand raises high and the magic circle instantly wraps around Gert, leaving the villain suspended in midair. Instead of using mana to restore health, it's controlling life force at will. It's called the Dark Vitality Arts. Get it now. A wicked smile forms. A glance at the withered enemy, then eyes shift to Ryu. Next up. Ryu scrambles backward in fear. Wait, no resistance here. It's just whack. A strike to the neck silences Ryu. Shut up. Turning around to leave. Is everything cleaned up? Suddenly, a hand touches the belt buckle. Right, it worked this time, didn't it? The face blurs out on the screen. Min Seiw yells at the phone. Yo, hey, did you catch that? Recording looked good. Not the one who started the fight this time. Counts as self-defense. Right, Yonggu wipes sweat on the other end, answering, yeah. Hunter Min Seiwu's signal is clear. But the button pressed was live stream, not record. The scene shifts to a room. A voice rings out. This situation is going to be a headache for the foreign ministry. The glasses-wearing man faces the old woman. Since when did SMCS start live streaming the suppression of awakened criminals? The man next to him looks confused. Started about 2 years ago. Acts as a promo video for SMCS International HQ to recruit talent. A monster appears on the phone screen. The voice continues. The idea was to broadcast criminal captures live through social media integration. But in reality, it was pretty much a failed project during the testing phase. No way SMCS could produce a video with decent quality. Glasses touches the chin, wondering. So a phenomenal talent has finally joined SMCS. But why would someone with skills like that come here? The old woman asks, is that really the most important question right now? Hand waving. Continuing. More notable is that the victim in this live stream is a guest, Hunter from the Red Guild, in Hong Kong. After verifying the video, 0 laws broke by SMCS under current regulations. but still. A man walks in. Sorry for the wait. Cho Desau, the current president, speaks coldly. All right, what's going on? Lunchtime at the canteen. A few days later at the Empire Guild, Min Jun sits across from the brother, calling out, "Hey, listening or what? That live stream video just dropped." Totally ignoring the conversation again, Min Seiw casually stuffs food into the mouth. Nope, eating means listening. A complaint follows. Don't bug people while eating. Just enjoy the fried pork in silence. An exclamation follows. Wow, this canteen is on another level. No wonder they call it a major guild. Can eating here be a daily thing now, Min Jun? Min Jun thinks lately the brother seems weirdly obsessed with food. Min Seiw keeps chomping away while listening to talk about Gert's live stream from the Red Guild. It's becoming a hot topic. Lucky, the body cam was shaking, so the face didn't show clearly. Min Jun looks at the brother with worry. But if Desau finds out who filmed it, who knows what happens? Didn't you say Mana hasn't fully recovered from the dimension shift, considering what Desau did for 10 years to erase every trace? Laying low is the best play right now. Grabbing an egg roll, answering quickly. All right. If the worry is that bad, staying careful and keeping a low profile is the plan. Now eat. Min Jun frowns, grumbling. Seriously, think I'm a kid, almost 30 here. A casual reply. Always a kid to this big brother. A surprise sound rings out. Guildmaster lunch in the canteen. Wait, that person. Min Seiw looks at the group behind her, puzzled. Definitely met them in the tower. But who are they again? Min Jun gestures slightly. Hunter Shin Jisoo. Just joined as a rookie. Awakened in A-rank skill 2. All thanks to Hunter Min Seiw. The Guildmaster already dropped the name. Min Jun looks at the man next to them. But if Hunter TJ is with Shin Jisoo, must be the joint seminar for new hunters today. Everyone gathering for that. An intro voice directs to the brown-haired man. This is Hunter Ju Ha Min from the White Lion Guild, turning to the blue-haired man, and Hunter Yamato from the Han Guild. A bright smile for the intro. And I'm TJ from Empire Guild. Hunter Min Seiw heard a lot from the Guildmaster, finally getting a formal intro. Heard about the achievements in SMCS. Looking forward to the collab. Min Seiw smiles. Oh, the pleasure is mutual. A hand lands on TJ's shoulder. SMCS. The famous rookie causing a stir, Ju Ha Min continues. Saw the video taking down Guth. That guy was my rival, you know. So that was you in the video, sounds like nonsense to me. TJ turns pale and confused. What's wrong with him today, Hunter Ju Ha Min? Min Seiw's voice turns cold, face tensing up. Extremely rude for a first meeting. And inside the Empire Guild HQ, Ju Ha Min acts nonchalant. What can't ask a question, G's Empire is strict. TJ sweats. Hey, lost your mind. Min Jun explodes in anger. Actually, White Lion should be the one ashamed of this attitude. Wonder how Guildmaster Choi Sung-in would react to this. Ju Ha Min arrogantly places a hand on the chest, laughing. For real, gonna snitch to the higher-ups. I'm Ju Ha Min. Hunter rank A+. The Asura of White Lion. Direct disciple of Xiaolong from the Blackwater Lotus. Thinking a guild name scares me, Min Seiw casually choose food thinking. Disciple of Xiaolong, Ju Ha Min points at the face. Choi Sung in Haeyoung always spoils me anyway. A clap interrupts. All right, enough. Min Seiw leans back, arms crossed. Stop whining in someone else's HQ. Want to verify it? Come find out personally. Just Looking tells the story that so-called master failed completely at teaching manners. Wonder if the combat training is just as trash. Ju Ha Min glares, gritting teeth. This brat dares bring up the master, if not for being in another guild. They would have crushed this insect. Ju Ha Min's leg twitched in irritation. A sharp glare pierced through Min Seiw. Watch your back if you want to stay alive. The other guy went pale, trembling at the sight of Min Seiw, a total monster. That really is the guild master. Apologies. This mess will be cleaned up. Min Jun sighed, helpless. Let the trash go. A gaze shifted to Min Seiw. Don't sweat it. This punk gets handled personally. The White Lion Guild is paying for this. Millions of won in damages at minimum. Min Seiw replied with lazy arrogance. Relax. As witness, that was mercy. The kid gloves were on. Just a disciple of a disciple. Cut the kid some slack. A room filled with trophies. The air heavy with prestige. A voice cut through the silence. Then consider this matter officially closed. Guildmaster Choi Sung-in. Across the table, SMCS branch director Byun Gun-ho took a slow, calculated sip of tea. Usually a memo suffices. An honor to have the Guildmaster visit SMCS headquarters considering such a packed schedule. Cold sweat trickled down Choi Sung-in's neck. Not at all. This goes beyond cooperation. A formal apology is required. Words rushed out in a panic. Regarding the incident, the disrespect shown by a White Lion member to an SMCS rookie was unacceptable. Discussions with the Empire Guild happened, but a face-to-face apology felt necessary. Bayan Gunho let out a sharp, uninhibited laugh. No need for the Great White Lion Guild Master to bow a head. No blood was spilled after all. And let's be real. This isn't an apology. It's a recruitment drive. However, that hunter is a priceless SMCS asset, currently unavailable. They are on a mission at the prison escorting awakened criminals. Not even in the building. Choi Sung-in frowned. A pity. But isn't a prison requesting SMCS support? Unheard of, rare but not impossible. Major guilds usually handle the grunt work. But times are changing, aren't they? Sung-in rose from the seat. Point taken. If a personal meeting isn't an option, perhaps Hunter Ju Hamin could deliver the apology instead. Baim leaned back, tea in hand. Fine by me. Let the kids sort it out. Safe travels, Guildmaster Choi. The transparent automatic doors slid open. Choi Sung-in walked with determined strides. Hide the talent all you want. Giving up on a gem like that, not happening. A call went out to Secretary Seiw. She appeared instantly. Yes, Guildmaster. Contact Hunter Ju. Tell the kid to pack up. And demand a polite attitude. She glanced at Choi Sung-in. Understood. Where's the meeting point, Incheon? A heavy-set man lounged, fan flapping aggressively. Thought SMCS was handling this request. Where are they? A guard stood stiffly at the door. Arrival is imminent. Eyes scanned the newspaper with a scoff. Seriously. Locked up for months and still causing a scene. The paper slammed onto the table. Can't these criminals sit still for once? Inspection season is coming up. What a headache! A mugshot flashed on the page. Seiw 1. The bastard went to jail quietly enough. Thought it was over. Now, acting like a rabid dog. Manicuffs on yet 5 people still got hospitalized. The other guard chimed in. Rumor has it this one was a nightmare in the underground world. Investigation Bureau barely caught the guy. Just ship this headache to Gang 1 already. Deep in the cell block, a voice echoed from the shadows. Seiw 1. A message from Bestia. A cloaked figure placed a rat in the prisoner's hand. The upcoming assembly is known, yes. The organization has infiltrated. A mission awaits. Want freedom, cause a riot. Miles away, Min Jun stared up at the fortress. Is this the place? Incheon Awakened Penitentiary. Juju Hamin grabbed a fistful of hair. Did the target just leave? Ugh. Why the rush on a prisoner transport? If Choi Sung-in hadn't been so stubborn. Ju Hamin squinted at a blue vehicle in the distance. Wait, is that the transport? Ju Hamin stomped back to the car. Damn it, might have to chase them all the way to Gang 1. That overtime pay and bonus better be fat. Stupid guildmaster. Inside the transport, Seiw chugged water. A voice broke the silence. Hey. Seiw 1 smirked. Hurting my feelings here. Does water taste better when ignored? Min Jun gave zero chill. Yeah, the criminal scoffed. Arrogant brat. A warden from the new prison. No. Seiw 1's eyes narrowed, leaning back. Then what? A mercenary from a major guild. Never seen that face before. Still tailing the great Seiw 1 must be confident in those skills. Min Jun blinked big, innocent eyes wide. Who are you? Disbelief dripped from the criminal's face. For real. Hopped in the car without a clue. Lunatic. At least know why a transfer is happening. Min Jun finished the water with a loud gulp. Because the mouth never stops moving. Seiw 1's face twisted in rage. Listen here, punk. These cuffs are on because 5 awakened criminals were turned into ground meat. Understand the danger, yet Min Jun remained stone-faced. Ever wonder why an A-rank criminal gets a standard transport van? And a rookie guard. Starting to click, Seiw 1 snapped, screaming. You're dead meat, boom. The vehicle flipped, crashing onto the roadside grass in a fiery wreck. An old man leaned on a cane. Target eliminated. Seiw 1 kicked the door off its hinges. Damn it, you senile old bat. A furious head popped out, trying to kill the asset. The elder waved the cane, laughing. If the gray wolf of Bestia died that easily, it would be a joke. Right now, just a puppy on a leash. Veins popped on the criminal's forehead. Want those dentures pulled out? The old man chuckled. Ha, no sense of humor. The escort officer. Handled. Seiw 1 stepped onto the wreckage. Obviously. A kick to the temple right as it blew. That rookie is drinking tea in the afterlife. Inside the twisted metal, Min Jun lay amidst spilled ice. Seiw 1 thrust out the bound wrists. Hey, get these off. Now. The accomplice grumbled. Sit still, unless losing a hand sounds fun. Mana technology isn't a toy. Cuffs clicked open. Seiw 1 massaged a sore wrist. Thought insanity or death would come first. The kid sneered. Quit the drama. It's been a few months. A voice cuts through the air, freezing the group cold. Stand still, you filthy scum. Ju Ha-min steps up to the trash, shouting, why choose such a shady dark path, huh? Finally caused a big mess, right? Expected this. But seeing the guy get wrecked so easily, nothing special at all. Choi Sung-in really has zero eye for talent. Ju Ha-min clenches fists, staring down the criminals with pure tension. So who are you punks? Which organization? Talk now or talk after eating a beating. The brat lowers a mocking voice. Seen that face somewhere. A-rank hunter Ju Ha-min from the White Lion Guild. Since when did a tail start following? The old geezer speaks up. No other hunters detected nearby, just this lone wolf. Seiw 1 smirks amused. Good. Been a while since a proper workout. Ju Ha-min drops into his stance, ready to throw down. Quit whispering. Asking one last time, who are you, rot brains? Seiw 1 replies with a dark hint. Does knowing change anything? Instantly morphing into a terrifying wolf-bear beast. You're dead meat anyway. System alert skill werewolf rank A+ description. Transforms the user's body into a lycanthrope. Maintains form until mana reaches 0. Ju Ha-min grinds teeth furious. A shape-shifting awakener. Just gotta beat the monster back into human form. Muscles tense, a red magic circle blazing into existence behind arrogant trash. Both sides collide in explosion of violence. System alert skill Asura Vajra. Fury rank A+. Description. Internal mana rotation creates invisible armor boosting melee combat techniques. Higher tier momentum gets engraved. Ju Ha-min unleashes a barrage of strikes right into Seiw 1. Blocking the blow, a thought crosses the beast's mind. A rank A speed boost. Facing this alone might actually be a pain. Ju Ha-min's hand rises, surging with raw magic. Confusion strikes the enemy. Damn it, what is this? Feeling the impact. Damage is stacking up. Fists rain down on Seiw 1, but the beast won't drop, tanking the hits with a sneer. Is this a welcome massage service? The brat places a hand on the head. Still took quite a beating, huh? The old man watches the brawl, barking orders. Who knows when backup arrives? No time to waste. Kid, end it. The brat extends a hand, magic swirling in the palm. Got it, bind the target. 10-headed python. Ju Ha-min glimpses the trap, eyes widening in shock. Dozens of serpents erupt, aiming straight for the target. A shout echoes. What's the plan with these snakes? 2 giant maws open wide, crushing Ju Ha-min in a deadly constriction. Damn binding skill, seizing the chance Seiw 1 lands. A heavy blow, mocking white lion ain't nothing special. Huh. Ju Ha-min eats the hit pain, screaming, rolling across the dirt. Seiw 1 spits in disgust. Think you're a big shot just cause some big guild spoon-fed a rookie. In these dark alleys, just another loser brat. Ju Ha-min lies on the ground growling. Damn it, acting high and mighty in a 3-on-1. Seiw 1 stomps down hard. Stupidity hurts. Just sit there and wait for backup. The old man warns sharply. Seiw 1 times up. Kill the target. A curt reply, on it. Deadly magic wraps around Rai 1's hand. Any last words? Not that anyone cares. Ju Ha-min frowns, bitter realization hitting hard. Ending it all. Right here. Boom. An earth wall erupts, blocking the kill shot, stretching all the way to the accomplices. The brat takes a hit, coughing up a mouthful of blood. Min Jun steps in, bathed in blinding golden mana. Giving up before the enemy. Is that what? Xiaolong taught Ju Ha-min's eyes pop out. You. Still alive. Min Jun taps the belt buckle. Took a hot minute to figure this tiny junk out. Here. Which button live streams and which records Frey pipes up. Getting old already. Get a magnifying glass. Seiw 1 stumbles back, disbelief written all over. Impossible. Definitely crushed that skull before leaving. The old geezer frowns. That brat was dead. Can't even sense a mana flow. This isn't normal magic. Ju Ha-min screams a warning. Hey, not an opponent for you. Just wait for backup. Wait for the cavalry. Min Seiw blocks the path, listing the rap sheet. Attacking an officer, unsealing a criminal, destroying transport, plotting murder, and daring to interrupt my sacred coffee time. Under SMCS Hunter authority, the 3 standing here are caught red-handed. Judgment will be delivered right now. Standing as a shield, Min Seiw declares under the limit authority. Immediate execution approved. Turning to the rookie. Hey, disciple of Xiaolong, stay down and watch closely. Asura isn't just a blunt weapon. Hands weave strange seals. The werewolf growls, annoyed by the lecture. Charging in like a starving beast. Lunatic. What kind of nonsense is spouting from that mouth? The werewolf towers over Min Jun, but bam. One punch caves the beast's face and sent flying like a ragdoll. Min Jun explains, calmly, that is a piercing skill. Call it Asura Blood Dance Black Armor. Description, ultimate form. Rapid mana rotation creates full body armor, boosting combat and leaving traces during movement. Ju Ha-min's jaw hits the floor. Wait, isn't that Master Xiaolong's secret technique? The beast hasn't even hit the dirt when Min Jun rushes in. Want to butcher the prey, gotta drain the blood first. Min Jun blasts the werewolf away with Mahara Heavenly Lightning / Mohara rank A+. Description, lightning magic. Wide area nuke meets pinpoint destruction. The monk watches from a distance, stunned. This guy can use Heavenly Lightning / impossible Min Jun pats Frey. A combo attack with a cursed tool. Not wasting the last few years, gotta admit. Frey tilts confused. What the hell? Never seen a skill like that. Can we eat it? Min Jun eyes the monk. Nope. Just a one-time scroll type. Infuse mana and the creator's engraved magic activates. Costs a fortune. Poor hunters can't even dream of it. Frey scoffs. So just a cheap snack. Then 0 interest. Ju Ha-min sits up, finally finding a voice. Hunter Min Jun. Who are you? How do you know my master's ultimate art? But before the sentence finishes, crunch, an invisible force crushes down. The culprit, that damn monk surrounded by dark cursed glyphs. Don't make a move, brat. Unless you want to see this kid ground into paste by gravity. Juhamin's face goes pale with terror. Fear, please. That emotion doesn't even exist in Min Seiwu's dictionary. Turns out, while the partner was getting beaten to a bloody pulp, this shady old geezer was plotting schemes from the shadows. Trying to pull a threat now, the panic-stricken monk points his shaking finger, desperate to cut a deal. No, listen. It's a trade. Let us walk away and your buddy stays breathing. The old fool actually thinks persuasion is still on the table. You just stumbled into this mess by accident, didn't you? Right. Just walk away quietly. Hearing that garbage made Min Seiwu's fists itch. If there wasn't a personal agenda, no way in hell would this filthy mission even get accepted in the first place. So what if Juhamin takes a beating? Min Seiwu couldn't care less. Meanwhile, the poor sidekick is freaking out, mixing anger with terror. Excuse me, not a big deal. Seriously. The monk pauses, totally confused. Wait, aren't you two on the same team? Wrong. The real alliance here is between these assassins and the corrupt prison administration. Min Seiwu drops the bomb. Assassins specialize in hunting hunters, right? Working for a massive syndicate. The monk's eyes bug out. How on earth did this kid know the classified details? Stepping closer, Min Seiwu lists the evidence like a grocery list. High-grade cursed tools, anti-awaken skills, and a direct line to the prison. So spill it. Who's the boss? The monk realizes this intruder knows way too much to just be ignored. Kid, who the hell are you? What do you want? Min Seiwu looks visibly annoyed now. Questions were already asked. What? Forget to turn on the hearing aid. Who do you work for? The monk snaps, losing all cool. A sphere of lightning expands in hand, crackling with lethal intensity and multiplying by the second. Take one more step. Min Seiwu's expression remains stone cold. A simple hand wave and the monk's weapon malfunctions instantly. The staff becomes useless. My cursed tool. The monk scrambles back to survive. Did this kid just overload the weapon with a matching lightning attribute? That should be impossible for human mana density. Now things are getting interesting. Doesn't the prey look appetizing now? Min Seiwu checks the palm. 40% recovery. The warm-up session worked better than expected. Eyes lock on the stumbling monk trying to stand up with that bad back. Hey, old-timer, quit stalling. At that age, every second is precious, right? The monk tries to talk tough while retreating. You don't know the half of it. Think I'll just spill the beans about the organization. Big talk, but the shaking legs betray the fear. The monk screams at the unconscious partner. Wake up, you useless lump. Real members sign the oath of silence. Mana-bound contracts. Spill the secrets and it's instant execution by the system. Juhamin finally shakes off the gravity curse, struggling to stand. Meanwhile, the werewolf shudders, barely managing to sit up. Hearing the cough, the monk turns. Finally decided to join the living muscle brain. Min Seiwu smirks. That's it, scared of dying. Don't worry, take a few trips to hell and it starts to feel like home. Terrified of what's coming next, the monk barks orders at the werewolf. V, do something, don't just stand there. Despite the damage, V is tough as nails. Got it, damn it. The beast shows zero fear even after tasting that power. I'll tear you to shreds. Min Seiwu plants a fist right in V's chest. But it won't be that easy. Juhamin wipes away the nosebleed. Finally, the numbers are even. But the enemy looks annoyed. V glares at Juhamin. You should have stayed on the floor, kid. Juhamin grins full of determination. Shut up. The party's just starting. But Min Seiwu's patience just hit zero. Wind cut, 2 words, 1 flick. Violent tornadoes instantly trap both V and the monk. The heavenly wind technique. High-level wind magic that twists the atmosphere at supersonic speeds, shredding everything inside the vortex. Min Seiwu grips the monk's withered neck. How's the view? Holding the old man like a chicken, waiting for the slaughter. A light squeeze sends the monk screaming in agony. Min Seiwu's face darkens, looking like a demon straight from the abyss. How many rounds of this until the answer comes out, battered and broken? The monk trembles, clutching at the wrist. What are you? 1 death isn't enough. Min Seiwu heals them right before they die to restart the torture. Crazy Juhamin watches in horror. Anyone else would beg for death rather than endure this loop. What kind of twisted healing ability is that Juhamin stays frozen, daring not to breathe? Min Seiwu suppresses the bloodlust, crossing arms. 3rd time's the charm. Who do you work for? Broken by pain, V drops to knees. Stop, old man, just tell him. Please. The monk gasps, barely audible. Bestia. Min Seiwu's face instantly brightens. See, Bestia. Was that so hard? The monk collapses, staring up in terror. Doubts vanish. Seeing that skill, it's undeniable. This kid is one of the 3 missing legends. The mad dog, Min Seiwu, leaning in close. Now that the mouth is open, let's have a real conversation. Where is that person? The question is directed at the Bestia members, an elite assassin group led by Crow. In this world, they are a nightmare force, legendary for both skill and body count. Even a veteran shadow hunter wouldn't hesitate to join such a giant. But for organization, assassin's silence is the golden rule. The moment the oath is sworn, life belongs to the organization. Loyalty, until the head rolls, that's the code. 15 years without a single thought of betrayal. Biting off the tongue would be easier than talking. But after tasting actual hell repeatedly, resolve crumbles. The monk breaks. The target is a Bestia member, codename Black Mamba. A holographic projection shimmered to life in Min Siwoo's palm. Thoughts raced through the mind. Black Mamba. What a pretentious name. But whatever. So the origin is that organization. Then a single question remains for both. Seiw trembled violently, having just survived the most terrifying moments of existence. Did you accept the mission to assassinate Hunter Min Jun? The cold gaze locked onto Seiw. No answer. A short sentence unleashed a suffocating wave of murderous intent. The pressure was absolute, pinning the assassin to the ground. Damn it. Felt like the skin was being flayed from the face. What kind of monster is this? The monk finally spoke up to explain. No, though called an organization. In reality, it is just a disjointed group of individuals. Cooperation is rare. Identities and locations remain unknown to each other. However, there is a reason for breaking this wolf out of prison. The organization's biennial summit is scheduled to take place next week. Orders were received to free the prisoner and attend the meeting together. If desired, all information regarding the location and infiltration methods will be revealed, and full support will be provided. Seiw ground teeth in frustration. But seeing the monk yield, the realization hit. The old man knelt down. Please accept. Us as subordinates. Ju Hamin looked disgusted. Hey, what kind of nonsense is spouting from your mouth? Ju Hamin turned to ask. Boss, surely recruiting this trash isn't the plan. Is it? Since when did I become your boss? Ju Hamin blushed, explaining awkwardly. Well, the Asura arts were used. Just one look confirmed a connection to the master. My master. At minimum, that makes us fellow disciples, or perhaps you are even a senior apprentice. So boss, don't accept these criminals. Take me as a disciple instead. Maybe a bit bratty at first, but if accepted, I swear to become a loyal right hand. Min Siwoo stood up and dusted off the clothes. Shut up. Who knew Ju Hamin could be so obedient? The mouth shut instantly. Min Siwoo pondered in silence. The goal is information on that damn snake, Black Mamba. As for this trash, leaving them alone means the organization silences them anyway. But if they leak info to Black Mamba first, it becomes a headache. Decision made. Fine, I accept you as subordinates. Ju Hamin screeched. No way, boss. The monk rejoiced. Thank you, we swear loyalty and will never become a burden. But Min Siwoo had a condition. Even if forced, a traitor once is a traitor twice. Therefore, swear it upon the man of vow. Seiw whispered in terror. The man of vow? A binding contract. Breaking it means the mana core gets sealed forever. Damn it, another leash around the neck. The old man knew the cost but had to accept. Shut your trap. Want to visit hell and come back a few dozen times. Min Siwoo never made empty threats. A magic circle ignited beneath their knees. Preparation was already complete. Focus mana into the core and state the names. The duo could only obey, daring not to make a sound. I am Ghost. I am Seiw. Min Siwoo smirked, pleased to acquire 2 new pawns. The errand boy has officially become a henchman. Ghost, Seiw. From now on, you work for me. Ju Hamin watched in disbelief. Min Siwoo actually recruiting these 2 scumbags. Min Siwoo pulled out a contract paper. The price of loyalty is protection. As long as the life oath binds, safety is guaranteed. Understood. Ghost bowed the head. They spoke in unison. We obey. Ju Hamin was furious enough to cry, throwing a tantrum on the ground. Boss. What about me? You take in criminal trash but reject me. If the boss won't accept me as a disciple, I'm going straight to the association and... Min Siwoo said nothing. Just a smile full of malice accompanied by a gaze dripping with killing intent, causing Ju Hamin to swallow the words. Sorry, just kidding. Seiw put away the contract. So the meeting is in 1 week, right? Hey, disciple. Min Siwoo spoke. I will accept you as my student. Ju Hamin leaped up, standing at attention. Really? Ju Hamin beamed like a child, eyes sparkling. Really, boss? No, master. Min Siwoo sighed in exhaustion. Yes, currently. The more manpower, the better for what comes next. Once accepted, Ju Hamin immediately acted arrogant. See that? I am now the first disciple of a great figure. Dare to mess with me. Ghost and Seiw had no clue what Ju Hamin was babbling about. Min Siwoo quietly walked away. The team is assembled. 4 people. Just enough to cause some chaos. But a cleaner is needed to mop up the mess later. At the prison, it looked like nothing had happened. Suddenly, a voice roared out. What the hell is going on? The prisoner escaped the transport vehicle. Do you understand how dangerous that man is? And the entire Escort squad is still alive. Meaning he just ran off. Heard the HMCS is efficient lately. Turns out it's just rumors. Donggu recalled Min Siwoo's face while crossing legs and retelling the story. He was so fast, I couldn't catch up. Donggu felt frustrated but helpless. If you're going to lie, at least make it sound plausible. Thinking cleanup solves everything. Ridiculous. The fat warden kept ranting. And the new escort officer, where are they? This is gross negligence. The HMCS takes full responsibility. Donggu spoke up. Warden, typically when transporting an awakened prisoner, at least 4 or 5 officers accompany, especially when transferring to a high-security facility. The number can reach 10. Hearing this, the warden couldn't scold anymore. Like this time, it was you who requested only 1 officer. Not to mention the driver from Incheon prison was no better than. The fat warden stood up in rage. What is that supposed to mean? Losing a prisoner is still the HMCS's fault. But according to what I heard, Donggu continued, the new escort officer, reported that right before escaping, the prisoner confessed to bribing the warden of this very prison. The statement made the fat warden's face turn pale with fear. What? The surveillance camera of that officer was off, right? Clearly a fabrication. A group pushed through the door. Donggu acknowledged the words of the warden were correct. We cannot completely trust that testimony. But once mentioned, we have a responsibility to verify it, right? Therefore, the HMCS will conduct a comprehensive investigation on the escaped prisoner and this facility. Hope you cooperate. It seems Donggu is indeed the cleaner Min Siwoo chose, and after handling everything, Donggu was so exhausted the color drained from the face. This is a still image, not a technical glitch. Min Siwoo, as instructed. Everything related to the escort mission is handled. An investigation into the bribery involving the assassination ring has opened, but Hunter Ju Haman, alias White Lion, stood, scratching the head. Another old guy with a shady background, and isn't that the prisoner who just escaped? Min Siwoo quickly covered the mouth. Donggu finally zipped it and took a seat. Way too much drama to unpack right now. After a marathon explanation, Min Siwoo finally kicked off the War Council for tomorrow's operation. Crashing the Bestia Assassin Guild's private little get-together is the plan. This isn't just a tea party, it is a gathering of 8 elite predators who specialize in hunting hunters. The turncoats are breaking down the infiltration strategy, so Huang Donggu and Ju Hamin better keep those ears open. Donggu twitched, looking rattled. Hold up seriously. Walking straight into a den of master assassins, with 0 official backup and a squad this tiny, that sounds like a death wish. What is the actual endgame here? Min Siwoo flashed a smile that would give nightmares to a demon. Total annihilation, obviously. Cannot wait for the fireworks. The Bestia crew has no clue that a catastrophic storm is about to hit. Rare to see a full house today. Idiots. Ghost and V are missing. That makes 2 down already. Assumed dead. No, that is not even counting the rats who flipped sides. Morons. The others never saw it coming. They looked gutless, but apparently had the nerve to stab the guild in the back. Surprising. Maybe just wiping them out is the play. Another assassin gripped hair in sheer panic. You fool. We were supposed to climb the ranks together. I will rip your throat out. A scarred killer cut in annoyance, dripping from every word. Knock it off. The boss decides the fate of the traitors. That entity sitting there feels completely different from the rest. All finding this chaos actually entertaining. Keep going. 3 members. Ghosting a summit this critical. Even the boss is surprised. Any other objections? The rest of the room went dead silent, too terrified to even breathe. Seeing the fear thumbs twirled in a lazy circle. How about a death match to pick who gets the honor of hunting down the rats? The air turned heavy, suffocatingly quiet. The subordinate beside the throne jumped in. Whoa, easy there. Boss. That joke kills the mood. Stop it. Punishment can wait. The real nightmare is that the traitors knew the exact time and location of this gathering. But what can 2 nobodies actually do? Charge in here. Right on cue the alarm screamed. Warning, unidentified movement detected. At entrances 1 through 5. The boss did not even flinch. Talk about speaking into existence. Everyone knows the drill. Rising with a collective groan. 5 breaches, each of you take 1. What a drag. Seriously. Wearing a brand new outfit today too. Damn it. Only 3 remain in the room. Wrap this up fast and get back. Catch you later. Wait up, boss Asai. What about you, Pokin? Black Mamba? Not. Leaving Black Mamba sip tea looking bored. 0 interest in stomping bugs. Plenty of bodies out there already. Time for a game. Pokin pulled out a smartphone and doom scrolled. Asai glanced at Mamba. Thinking back, should have ordered them to bring heads for ID. Such a violent crew. Boss, keeping these monsters on a leash is a feat in itself. They act like top dogs but have no clue the entire chat is being wiretapped by Min Siwoo. Never won a 50,001 lottery ticket in a lifetime, but this is hitting the intel jackpot. Rewind 30 minutes. The squad arrive at the target zone. The Bestia Assembly Hall. Those creeps found the perfect little ant nest. Ghost laid out the intel. 5 entrances total, each one rigged with sensors. Since the interior layout shifts constantly, mapping the path is impossible. But here is the kicker: every tunnel eventually bleeds into the main hall. That is where the target is sitting. No matter the path, the destination is the same. It is just a race against the clock. Min Jun made the call. Split up. If everyone goes, the same way the prey might slip out the back. Donggu radio check. Donggu rummaged through the pack. Got it. Perfect. Then let's breach. 1 per tunnel. The sensors will trip, so assume the enemy is locked and loaded. If running into a monster too tough to handle, radio it in and stall for time. Crucial order: if the one named Mamba shows up, scream into the comms instantly. Dismissed. The squad following. Min Jun yelled in unison. Roger. Move out. Donggu hugged a pillar, scanning the area. Clear for now. But moments after stepping into the assigned tunnel, the path was walled off. Detour time. Popped a vent cover and crawled deeper. Somehow, don't ask how Donggu became the
First one to crash the main hall without throwing a single punch. Did they leave the sensors off? Every killer in here is at least rank A or higher.
Security feels sloppy, but with all roads leading to the center, who needs guards? They just wait for the intruder to walk in and execute them. The grunts are busy checking the tunnels. That means 5 separate battles raging outside. Reinforcements are not coming back anytime soon. Time to thin the herd. Donggu fished 2 small marbles from the pocket. The marbles successfully caught the assassin's eyes. Pokin walked over. A marble. Why is this here? The boss smirked at Pokin. Still playing those slot machines. Ha. Sorry, but yesterday was a jackpot day. The second Pokin touched the sphere, boom. Instant explosion. No time to blink. Just like that. Pokin is face down on the floor, motionless. Did the boss just watch a subordinate get deleted? Black Mamba stood up, looking irritated. A fast little rat scurried in. Here. Clink. Something else dropped. A grenade. Pin already pulled. It sailed straight for Mamba. The monster blocked it with a bare arm. Cute ambush, but hide and seek is for kids. Mamba hurled the explosive right back at Donggu. The blast tore a massive hole in the ceiling. Donggu dropped from the smoke. Mamba and Donggu collided. The killer recognized the face. You're that HMCS member. Hunter Huang. Donggu. The backpack came off and was tossed to the side. It is go time. But Huang Donggu tuned out Black Mamba's chatter. Panic started to creep in. Damn it. Only took out 1. Even with specialized anti-terror magic grenades, they barely scratched the paint. Especially that leader. Something is off. Doesn't look like any special skill is active. Black Mamba rubbed a temple and sighed. Not solo, huh? So those rats ran to the HMCS and sang like birds. Did they? Donggu gritted teeth, eyes sharp. And if they did, Black Mamba narrowed those predatory eyes. Color me impressed. Risking everything to leave the guild. Lower than trash. Seriously, Huang Donggu hates that tone. Screw this, delivering a massive blow. Blocked. But the assault isn't over yet. Hidden weapons fly, aiming straight for Black Mamba's skull. Meanwhile, Asai sits there, sipping tea. Not bad. Finally, a scratch. Right on the cheek. Oh, forgot to mention. Psychic powers. Right. Huang grabs more gear. Damn it. This guy's skin is like armor plating. Regeneration is insane too. Just mana reinforcement? No way. Speed and durability are off the charts. Warm-up's over. Razor-sharp claws extend. Mamba charges. 1 hit. Boom. Huang goes flying, smashing into the wall, cracking the concrete. Approaching slowly. Wasn't planning on bruising the merchandise, but seeing blood, guess there's no choice. Boss permission to send him to hell. Asai sips tea. Hold on, let me think. Emergency time. Huang grabs the radio. This is Huang. Engaging targets in the main hall. 2 hostiles. Cut off. Mamba's boot slams into the chest. Hands on hips. Stomping down on the prey. Too slow. Who's next to the slaughter? The branch manager, traitor, ghost. That little wolf? Wait. Footsteps approaching fast. Here to save the day, Mamba guesses the whole squad. 3 figures appear instantly, right behind the monster's back. Everyone except Min Jun. Boom. Huge explosion, but Mamba gone. Dodged it like it was nothing. Surprising. Beat the Bestia assassins that easily. The squad forms a human shield around the injured Huang. Mamba turns to the leader. Disappointed, right? Thought I picked decent guards. Turns out they were trash. Asai size. Black Mamba. Sharp instincts, but something's off. Look at those wounds. Ju Ha-min checks the damage. Suddenly, Mamba smashes the floor. Debris rising, taking down Tiger and Grizzly. Hard to believe. Concrete blocks rain down, launched by a single kick. Ju Ha-min snaps. Can't take the trash talk. Shut your mouth, murderer, charging in a fist full of rage, aiming for Mamba. Pointless. Mamba catches the punch. White Lion. Hunter Chu. Ju Ha-min. Why is a big shot here? Shouldn't you be with the agency tossed like a rag doll? Mamba aims for the injured Huang. Ju Hamin tries to break. Impact inevitable. Sorry, Ghost and V are running on fumes, gasping for air. This whole setup makes zero sense. Not a team, just a mess thrown together. Different organizations. Zero reason to be working together. Black Mamba knows. Who pulled the strings? Scene shift. A familiar hand grabbing a head like a trash bag. Min Jun. The absolute beast. Wiped out every assassin. Not a scratch. Not a drop of sweat. Bastard. Looking down on the white lion, Hey Huang, wake up, standing up on shaky legs. Why are you guys here so fast? Ran all the way. Well, wanted to say that. Truth is, was fighting at the entrance. Then, Master showed up. Go. Head to the center. Ghost and V. Same story. The mission is simple. Survive until Master arrives. Keep the monster busy. V complains. Damn it. Restrain an A rank awakened without killing. And it's Mamba. Impossible. Ghost grits teeth. Guy hasn't even used a skill yet. And this Hall. Bad vibes. An awakened variant. Speed and attack power. Second strongest in Bestia for a reason. But no sensing skills. Means a trap was already laid. Or it's Asai, the boss. Her ability. Total mystery. What ace is hiding up that sleeve? Ghost slams the staff down. I handle the boss. You restrain Mamba. V loses it. Always the dirty work for me. Damn old geezer. Truth is, neither can take Mamba alone. Silence. Ignoring my question. Rude. V hits the dirt. Ghost stands firm. Nobody leaves until Master gets here. Activation. Legendary sealing array locked in. Chains erupt, binding Mamba tight. Ju Hamin takes the shot, smashed to the head. Even Asai gets strapped to the chair. Really forcing a fight. Ghost points a finger. Sit tight, Asai, escaping a legendary seal. Not happening. But Asai zero fear. Oh, new Master cares that much. Setting up heavy artillery just for us. Betraying the org on a coin toss. Cold. But focusing too much on Asai. Ghost missed the blind spot. Poken awake. Too late enemy right behind impact. Ghost flies across the room. V scrambles. Old man Huang is confused. What? She was dead. Asai speaks up. Wasting time with you lot. Boring. Snap Mamba shatters the chains like glass. Floor crumbles. We're busy. Can't have backup arriving. Gotta clean up this rotten mess. Die quickly. Yeah. Transformation time. Mamba shifts. Skill Dragon Blood. Rank A+. Flesh twists into a venomous lizard beast. Power surging until the mana runs dry. Huang steps up. Hunter Ju Hamin covering fire. Ju Hamin screams. Don't move. Your ribs are toast. That armor. Can't pierce those scales. Run a black blur strikes. First impact. Ju Hamin realizes the truth. Like V. But the mana density is insane. Controlling the hull itself. The floor is his weapon. Ju Hamin knows the deal. I'm just a meat shield. Overwhelming durability. Just by seconds. But the team is already breaking. Backup. Yeah, right. Like anyone's stupid enough to save you. Nobody's ever told this guy he can't handle his own power. Black Mamba winds up ready to end this pathetic show. Out of nowhere, a blade strikes, straight into Mamba's arm, but the guy doesn't even flinch. The knife bursts into flames, yet Mamba just stands there like a tank. Jong-gu's jaw hits the floor. Since when can this freak use elemental magic? Mamba's lost it completely. A beastly roar rips through the air, blasting everything away. A massive chunk of concrete free-falls target locked on Jong-gu's skull. Hamin screams out, Jong-gu, look up, you idiot. Mamba tilts his head. Seriously, you guys still have time to worry about each other. Cute. Hamin spins around terrified. Sharp claws dig deep into the floor, tearing through stone like paper. Blink and you miss it. Mamba's already behind Jong-gu. Self-righteous heroes always make the same mistake. Thinking mana levels and skill stats actually decide who walks away alive. You walked into the lion's den on your own 2 feet. Did you really think we wouldn't trap our own HQ amateur hour? A vice grip tightens around Jong-gu's throat. Meanwhile, a side breaks free from control. Ghost is down for the count and Poken is relentless with the attacks. Die already, you backstabbing trash. The hall is a nightmare zone. Every inch of this floor is rigged. Self-destruct runes, tracking spells, defensive buffs, it's all active. Welcome to the snake pit. The second you stepped inside, your game was over. Stop struggling and just accept the inevitable death. It's easier that way. Jong-gu kicks and screams. Suddenly, crack lightning flashes past Mamba's skull. Pure killing intent chills the air. Mamba dodges, but all that's there is a cloud of white smoke. A shadow moves faster than sight. It's him, Min Jun. No effort, no sweat, just absolute domination over Mamba. Finally found you. You piece of filth. Min Jun's face isn't human right now, it's pure demon. He launches forward like a missile, slamming Mamba against the door with bone-crushing force. Gotcha, you venomous snake. Poken has no clue who she's messing with. She charges in blindly, screaming, who the hell are you? Doesn't matter the distance. One hit. Poken drops like a fly. Asai watches from the sidelines, disbelief written all over her face. Impossible. Did you just nullify every spell in the zone? Min Seiw stays silent, cold as ice. Frey chimes in, hey, that was all me okay, the kid isn't that good. Asai actually looks intrigued. Impressive stuff. Tens of millions to build this fortress and you turned it into a pile of junk in a heartbeat. Mamba isn't out cold yet. At first, Min Siwoo's entrance just surprised him, but now he gets it. Min Siwoo dances around lethal strikes like they're nothing. Mamba figures it out, this is the guy who wiped out the Bestia assassins and gathered this squad. Suspect, I'm the judge, jury, and executioner scum. Min Siwoo grabs his head frustrated. Asai tilts her head. Yo, I think he's actually here for you, Mamba. Black Mamba, what mess did you make? Mamba racks his brain. No way, Captain, it was just a standard hit job. But listening to the kid, this reeks of a blood feud. Mamba voices the doubt gnawing at him. I never leave a trace. I'm a ghost after a kill. So how the hell did you track me down? Min Siwoo doesn't waste breath. Magic swirls around his hand. Revenge, maybe. But first, I need answers. Rocks rise from the ground, locking Mamba in a stone cage. Asai tries to step in, but Ghost blocks the path with a weapon. Don't even twitch. You want the tea. The assassin guild is crumbling. Pokin is out cold. Asai is encircled. She throws her hands up, grinning. Whoa, chill out. I'm not looking for a fight. But she's curious. What makes you so loyal to that guy anyway? Who is this monster with the god-tier power? The magic circle crackles lightning, intensifying by the second. Black Mamba struggles, sweating bullets. Damn it. My own buffs are backfiring. Mamba's mind races. How does this kid know everything? Is he a specialized scout class or something? His attack speed isn't just fast. It's beyond a warrior class level. Boom! A kick to the chest sends Black Mamba flying, smashing him into the wall like a squashed lizard. Black Mamba coughs up blood, forced back into human form. I've never seen a freak like you. And I know the face of every high ranker in the game. Who are you? Mamba secretly preps a spell. What do you want? Shadows expand, but blink. Min Siwoo's already standing on top of Mamba's head. I think you're confused. I ask the questions. You answer. Don't you get it? I'm holding back just to keep you breathing. Crunch. Min Siwoo stomps Mamba's skull into the pavement. Again. And again. Brutal, rhythmic violence, but controlled enough to keep the pulse beating. I could end you right now. So stay there like a good dog until I say otherwise. Black Mamba is done. Zero energy left. He lies there a broken mess. Wait, Min Siwoo grabs Mamba by the throat, hoisting him into the air. Eyes burning with murderous rage, he drops the question. Who paid you to kill Min Jun? The face of the archaeologist Min Jun flashes in Mamba's mind. Surprise flickers, then a twisted smirk. Heh. So you're one of Min Jun's strays. Talk unless you have a death wish. Min Siwoo snaps. Mamba grips Min Siwoo's arm. Oh, I'll talk. He opens his mouth, razor teeth and a grotesque tongue slide out. A cursed magic sigil glows on the tongue, but you won't like it. Hearing the name will melt your eardrums off. Spat. A glob of corrosive venom hits Min Siwoo point blank in the face. Mamba laughs maniacally. Client confidentiality, idiot, assassins never talk. Min Siwoo coughs, wiping the goo away. Did you just spit on me? That's it. Patience zero. You didn't want to do this the easy way. Fine. Pain it is. Mamba's eyes bug out. Self-regeneration. Is this kid a healer class? Realizing he's screwed, Mamba screams, Captain, help. Asai shrugs. Sorry, busy getting surrounded over here. Terror seizes Mamba's heart. Okay, I'll talk. It was Pandemonium. The client is Pandemonium. Too late. Bam. Min Siwoo delivers the final judgment before the words even settle. He figured as much. Pandemonium, huh? He stands there processing the intel. Suddenly, Asai's eyes glow crimson. She cackles like a lunatic. Snap. Just like that, everyone surrounding her drops to the floor. Asai throws back her hood. I know that style. You're the first-gen hunter who vanished 10 years ago. The mad dog. Min Siwoo narrows his eyes. You part of Pandemonium too. Asai waves a hand acting all buddy-buddy. Ha, hell no. We're just tools for hire. We don't do personal drama. I recognize that absurd power. My sister used to tell stories about a first-gen monster with a freakish recovery skill. Min Siwoo wiped the blood off his face with a bored expression. You seriously, clueless. Don't lie to me or I will dig the truth out myself. Asai stumbled back as ominous black clouds rolled in from nowhere. I ain't lying, you found me so the puzzle is solved. But it is weird, why did we all forget you exist? Ents, whatever, not my problem. Hey, Pokin, wake up. Hearing the boss, Pokin snapped awake from the knockout. Then boom. A massive explosion hit. Dust choked the room, blinding everyone. Asai and Pokin floated in the air like cheap magicians. You gonna chase me? Mad dog. Min Siwoo shoved his hands in his pockets. No need for that drama. I already know the next move. Asai grinned like a creep. Oh, really? Guess we will meet again. She ripped open a portal and bailed with Pokin. Ha-Min rushed over, totally confused. Boss, you just gonna let them bounce? Min Siwoo knew chasing meant trig, jarring the destruction magic rigged on the floor. Nobody here had the juice to dodge that blast. Chill, we got the info, clean this mess. Donggu whined like a baby. Being a wage slave is pure torture. Meanwhile, Min Siwoo replayed two names in his mind. Pandemonium, Min Jun. What did you find? Min Siwoo quietly stared at the corpse of Mamba. After wrapping up the dirty work at the Bestia Assassin Guild, Min Siwoo headed home. He scoured the internet for Pandemonium. 20 years ago, the first gate cracked open on Earth and trash poured in. Mana sources, monsters, magic, ones and demons. A race from another dimension with innate mana skills and unique powers, just like human awakeners. They invaded Earth during the chaotic start and blended in way too well. And they didn't just claim territory before the gates as supervisors of a higher dimension, but took total control. Those freaks treated humans like dirt, stealing tech after mana, froze civilization's progress. They built demon castles right on the continent and hogged every single gate. That was when they started acting like the real owners of this place. Some humans even swore loyalty to the Demon King, a pathetic group called Pandemonium. Luckily, the demon's reign didn't last. First-generation hunters learned mana usage and fought back. War exploded between human, Itty, and the demons running Earth. Humans won, ending the chaos. It has been 10 years since the main character beat the Demon King and vanished into a Pandemonium disbanded, so why is that name popping up now? Min Siwoo called Frey. It answered. Demons exist in that other world too, right, but they look kinda different, Frey agreed. Out of all species encountered, demons had the biggest impact across dimensions. Even there, they enslaved dragons and ruled over weaker creatures, exploiting. So they act like thugs everywhere, Min Siwoo asked, but Frey wasn't sure due to memory loss before meeting. In that world. Just recalled they stole something. But after fighting demons for 100 years, they're it. Confirmed they are exactly that type of trash. Min Siwoo scratched his head, tired. Not enough info. 10 years ago, too busy killing them to trace their roots. And in that world, only fought grunts focused on surviving. Only knew their mana patterns differed from humans. Compared to 10 years back, they got way better at faking, to being human. Frey was skeptical. What is there to think about? Just wipe them out, done. Min Siwoo toe tapped the PC off. Sounds like my style. Easier said than done, though. Suddenly, a familiar face walked in. Min Siwoo didn't look surprised by the unannounced visit. Oh, you are early. It was Seiw, the brother. Face looked confused. You said rent an office, so I wondered what trouble you caused now. What is it? Nothing much, just tracking some leads. But Seiw was sharp, just that captain said. You wiped a hunter-assassin guild. Don't tell me this office is a hideout for people involved in that. Who are you hiding? From the guilds. Seiw sat down, tired of his mad dog brother. Said it a million times, we can't pull this off if we get caught. Min Siwoo pouted, cursing that blabbermouth Donggu. Relax. Donggu wiped all the traces. As for Cho Desau, I will meet him personally. Seiw couldn't believe it. Say what? Min Siwoo explained. Too many holes. If I show up direct, he won't try stew. Pid stuff. Hearing this gave Seiw a headache. But you aren't fully healed yet. Can't stop you, but don't rush. 10 years passed, the world changed. If you get in danger again, Min Siwoo grabbed him in a headlock. I said I will. Handle it. Why worry? Stop nagging. Seiw slapped the hand away. Whatever, keep your promise then. You gotta train our rookies in exchange for the office. Remember, Hunter Shinji Su. Her awakening skill is complex. If you could take a look, that would be great. Min Siwoo lazily scratched an ear. Okay, sure thing. Let's eat. I'm starving. A stomach growl grossed Seiw out. Now you just ate dinner. Do you have a black hole inside? Frey says it is hungry to feed it. Min Siwoo's mana snack reserves were pathetic, so get fried chicken over here. Min Siwoo blamed Frey, claiming it was the reason both were starving. Suddenly, the phone rang. Min Siwoo picked up. It was Donggu. He asked, Hey senior, you gotta erase your name from all mission reports. Min Siwoo got mad. Watch your mouth. You snitched too. My bro, wanna get erased yourself, Donggu screamed. No, that doesn't matter. You realize how big this is. First time. An assassin group hunting hunters got exposed. And you solo wiped them. News agencies are bombing us with collab and interview requests. The office is total chaos with hundreds of calls. Yeah, well, we will handle that problem later. Just keep the reporters away. Min Siwoo hung up, not caring about the fame. Time for chicken. Being the official mouthpiece of the investigation agency, not the issue. Also realize the director has eyes locked on the squad. Ever since that guild incident, right? Remember wiping the name from the report, leaving only that guy so the credit goes to one person alone. Sounds like a sweet deal. Seiw doesn't care if Donggu is tearing hair out on the other side. Credit. Not about credit. Explaining a solo war is the hard part. Handling an entire assassin army solo, Seiw couldn't care less. Don't know. Just make the story match the White Lion. Ju Ha-min is from that team, Donggu asked. Even the White Lion guild master. Another call cuts in. Squad leader Huang Donggu speaking, begging, wants to protect the Empire Guildmaster's brother. But after that jailbreak disaster, tough luck. If you step up and Seiw cuts the line. Not a yes. Eat first. Good luck. Seiw ends the call coldly. Didn't let Donggu finish. Walks out of the whining room. Seriously. This guy, that guy. Min Jun in the kitchen. Who was it? Captain Huang Donggu exhaustion hits. Collapses onto the sofa. Guy loves the job. Thrilled. Suddenly, a thought strikes. Turns to the younger brother. By the way, Min Jun. Situation with the demons lately, same as 10 years back. Min Jun answers. No. After the 4 great demon kings vanished, a peace treaty got signed. After the agreement stationed in the polar regions, research institutes studying mana saturation on Earth. Aside from that, zero trouble. Some nations even collaborate. Demons barely leave the poles. Been ages. Only seen on front lines. Kids these days think demons are urban legends. Got it. Seiw's face changes instantly. Peace treaty sounds like absolute garbage. Demons and peace in the same sentence. Laughable. Frey feels the exact same way. Look at humans. Plenty of trash here too. Demons can't be all the same, right? But who uses mana exactly like a demon? Something's off. A man-made hybrid. First demon appearance was 20 years ago. Not impossible. Seiw picks up the photo, scrutinizing the faces. All started as vengeance for Min Jun, but chasing the clues. A shadow Min Jun left behind. Past or present, that silhouette standing right in front of the demon lab gives a feeling. The war just got longer. The person standing there is Min Jun. Alive and possible. Cut to the new office, fully equipped. Essentials provided. Teaching the recruits to cycle mana. Focus on the Dantian. Ju Hamin's brain turns to mush. Dantian. What the hell is a Dantian? Ju Hamin speaks up. Master, don't get it. Isn't awakening just adrenaline popping off? Sitting here meditating won't help blast out power. Doesn't feel right. Wouldn't physical training be better? Strike V gets disciplined for dozing off. Begged for training, now complaining. Seiw sighs. Think skills are like sweat, drip a little, and it dries up. Nobody cares about mana control these days. Just close eyes and fire, V argues. If the shot is overwhelming, why care? Don't need the complex stuff right, Seiw grimaces. That tutorial tower. Awakening inside an artificial gate ruin everyone. Burning mana like fuel affects the output power. Can't even master the basics. How to feel the Dantian while recklessly blasting skills. Ghost nods silently. Acknowledges it. Fine. Explaining once, listen close. When humanity first touched mana, a reservoir formed. That's the Dantian. Mana collects cycles, creates power. Awakening manifests as a unique skill. Skill strength depends on Dantian control. Train it, reservoir grows. Store higher tier mana. Can even open multiple Dantians. But from an ancient perspective, humans only known mana for 20 years. Still new. Understanding is key. Ju Hamin looks at the power in hand. Perspective. So meditation is the way. Best method. Shut up and focus. Frey laughs. Running around like a headless chicken for a century now talking big. Seiw says, don't worry. Tomorrow, pushing bodies to the brink of death. Especially those two. Don't think debt is forgotten. Work until bones turn to dust. Ghost and V sit still as statues. Door swings open. Senior knew you were here. Didn't answer the phone. Do you know how hard it was to find you? It's Donggu. Seiw scoffs. Call like a stalker, get treated like one. Donggu looks haggard. Headquarters. Now. Branch director summoned you. HMCS, place reeks of money. Everyone busy. Following Huang Donggu. Why the summon? Did someone drop the name? Huang Donggu replies fast. Absolutely not. Don't know why. Maybe the prisoner transport corruption case in Incheon. 2 figures block the path. Well, look who it is. Captain Donggu. Heard about the big score while we were away. North Seoul's DJ. The new big shot. What kind of magic was that? It's Changwon and Junie. Dongyu looks annoyed. Bastard, Changwon is finished already. Strange vibe for Seiw. Dongyu waves them off. Back. Go do work. Why pick a fight with passersby? Pick a fight. No. Just checking in on a friend. Don't get emotional. Eyes shift. That the rookie behind you heard about the mess in Incheon. Why does North Seoul always pick up the strays? Captain's got terrible taste. But these words meant absolutely nothing to Min Seiw, mostly because 0 dams were given. Whatever beef that guy had with Donggu was ancient history. But annoying a genuinely nice guy like Donggu, that crossed a line. Enough already, Changwon. Still flexing those plane tickets like they're golden tickets. Junie chimed in from the back, voice dripping with mockery. Our mission is in Japan, no tickets for you. Oh right, peasants don't travel. Must suck huh, Gangnam Squad tours the world while you losers work overtime chasing low-tier trash. Rage boiled in Donggu's veins at the insults. Min Seiw just tapped away on the phone. Not my circus, not my monkeys. but main character energy always attracts trouble. Hey rookie, don't care what squad represents respect, the seniors. No intro, no manners, bow to your elders. Junie pushed up those glasses, playing the superior veteran card hard. Of the absolute worst type of human. Min Siwoo, living up to the Mad Dog title, responded with a single universal gesture, the middle finger. Greeting delivered. Why won't this guy and the smelly boss just vanish? Pushing up glasses like an anime villain while blocking the whole damn hallway with ego and fat. Can't see the traffic jam. Are those glasses just for decoration? The duo turned red, choking on indignation, words failing them. Junie's hand trembled on the frames. Forgot to put the arm down in the heat of the moment. Total humiliation mode activated. Junie prepared to lunge. I'll teach this insane rookie a lesson in hierarchy, but a voice cut through the tension. Junie Donggu growled a warning rumble in the throat. Lost your mind, this is HQ. Learn the difference between work and a playground. Changwon joined the circus performance. What's this nonsense? Who are you to lecture my subordinate? Deaf or just stupid? Didn't hear the rookie's trash talk. Donggu turned to Min Siwoo. I didn't hear a thing. Did you, Junior? Oh, the fat must be blocking the ear canals. Changwon went ballistic. These bastards are actually insane. Since the audience is watching. Maybe I should drill some sense into those skulls. Whispers spread through the hallway like wildfire. Changwon, completely oblivious to the atmosphere, kept running the mouth. Let me show you who really runs the administration bureau. A heavy hand clamped onto the shoulder. Sorry, Changwon. That would be me. Branch manager Bayan Gunho entered the chat. Changwon spun around. Sweat instantly replaced arrogance. Faces drained of color. The Reaper had arrived. Junie looked ready to crack the lenses from fear alone. Bayan Gunho ignored the clowns and walked straight toward Min Siwoo. Hunter Min Siwoo wondered why the delay. Got stuck in the trash, I see. And Donggu expected faster work from a pro. Donggu bowed an apology. The bullies stood frozen, completely ghosted. Bayan Gunho wrapped a friendly arm around Min Siwoo. Walk with me, Hunter Min Siwoo. Fanocilia tea, important guest today, so brewed the premium stuff just for the occasion. Min Siwoo shrugged. Sure sounds good. Changwon snapped out of the shock, desperation kicking in. Wait, director, that bastard. Bayan Gunho shut it down instantly. Hunter Changwon. Rumors say the Japan mission involves some special requests. Services outside official protocol. Want to play leader. Focus on keeping hands clean first. Stop wasting time on nonsense. The smile remained, but the eyes screamed murder. A threat wrapped in velvet. The duo, previously bragging about international status, now stood silent as the grave, waiting until the coast cleared to finally whisper. Damn it, who was that rookie? What kind of backing? Even Bayan Gunho steps in personally, total mystery. Meanwhile, Bayan Gunho led Min Siwoo into the inner sanctum. First face-to-face meeting Hunter Min Siwoo. Been busy since joining. The reception spoke volumes. This wasn't normal treatment. Min Siwoo glanced at Donggu, who sat rigid with nerves across the table. Guess so. What's the real agenda, Bayan Gunho? The director laughed. Ha ha, straight to the point. Refreshing. Something happened during transport. Big case, surrender protocols. If the escapee talks, we offer leniency. However, can't simply ignore an awakened criminal on the Bureau's radar, especially when a rookie is involved. Incheon prison corruption investigation is underway, but that doesn't justify losing a high-value prisoner. So tell me, Hunter Min Siwoo, someone strong enough to crush the ghost of Ase wouldn't just lose a runaway. Sure, there's no clue where the target is. Min Siwoo stared blankly at Donggu. Tension filled the room like thick smoke. Bayan Gunho turned to the subordinate. Huang Donggu, give us a moment. Donggu bolted up. Yes, sir. Exiting the room, Donggu prayed for the junior's safety. With the room clear, Bayan Gunho dropped the mask completely. Let's cut the chase, Hunter Min Siwoo. No more bureaucracy. Known Donggu for years, skilled guy sure. But soloing an entire assassination guild? Hard to believe. The fall of Bestia. The escapee is linked to them, right? Must have found something during transport. It's a massive case. If the prisoner spills the beans on the organization, we can talk deals. But we can't ignore an awakened criminal listed in the Hunter Investigation Bureau files. Picking up a piece of meat from the table. Right. A spatial curse latched on the moment the Demon King bit the dust. Accidental, doubt it. No. The Demon King is still alive. Ki Ung-hoo cut in sharply. Words hit like a truck. Disbelief washed over the face. What, that bastard? Still breathing. Then why sign a peace treaty with those monsters? Slamming the table in fury. Are you insane? Trusting that scum. Ki Ung-hoo signaled to chill out. Listen first. Alive, yes, but just fragments. Flashback to the bloody days when conflict between humans and demons was at boiling point. After the defeat of the Demon King, a truce was offered. Claimed the war was the king's obsession, not the race's will. Pure garbage. Sounds like fear talking after witnessing the Demon King get crushed. Ki Ung-hoo didn't deny it. Yeah, well, humanity wasn't exactly thriving either. After the first gate opened, world went to hell. Almost closed the gate, but hunters went mad. War exhausted everyone. That's when the demons played the peace card. Offered a method to seal the gates. The price, the king's remains and some land until returning home was possible. Back then, mana and gates were alien concepts. Humanity thought adapting to this new power was the only survival route. We took the deal. Top hunters representing nations signed it. Cho Desau signed for Korea. Demons stayed quiet. Never caused trouble. Never left the territory unless summoned. First-gen hunters hated it. But without the hero paths diverged, world stabilized. Demons became yesterday's news. Ki-woon admitted to not caring much either. Until this return. Something's off about the way he came back. Off how Mad Dog Min Siwoo, staring blankly at the name. Every record vanished for 10 years. Rumor has it, Cho Desau pulled the strings on that erasure. Wiped out so thoroughly the second-gen hunters don't even know the name. Recounting the past. Even Ki Eung-hoo forgot the face until today. Fought side by side in the trio, yet forgotten for a decade. That's no accident. Swirling the glass in hand. Think the demons and Cho Desau have a dirty little secret. A pause. Maybe. That guy would sell his soul to beat the competition. Frey clenched fists. Damn demons. Lost in thought. Teaming up with monsters just to erase a rival. That fits the ego. But why would demons agree? Just because the king died? Not enough. Must be a bigger reason. A darker agenda binding them together. As Ki Eung-hoo said, demons kept their heads down. Helped humans master mana. No dirt to find. The perfect cover. Blood boiled hearing it. That war wouldn't have happened if those monsters didn't think they were superior gods. Ki Eung-hoo shrugged. They got sucked into gates too technically. Listen, your followers might know more. Why not pay a visit frozen? Followers. Didn't the group disband ages ago? Ki Eung-hoo sighed, exhausted. Haha. Yu-hwa is still in Korea. Was just a kid 10 years ago, but now S-rank hunter. Guild master of Blue Flower. Used to cling like a burr. Now working for Cho Desau. 15 years changes things. Must have a reason. Down the wine in one gulp. Slammed the glass. Tastes like trash. Ki Eung-hoo pointed an accusing finger. That's top shelf. Your tongue is just unrefined. Should have called Min Jun. Min Siwoo waved it off immediately. No, that kid would go berserk. Too overprotective. Unaware that the cheerful banter was being watched. Click. Photo taken. Spy on the phone. Guildmaster sent the photo. Meeting Ki Eung-hoo. Suspect there with the bureau. The reply came cold. Understood. Return. That silhouette. Don't need a genius to guess. Speak of the devil and the devil appears. Yuo. Staring at the phone screen without shock. Min Siwoo so. Alive after all. Connecting the dots. Imperial Guild's moves. Guide Tower incident. The photo confirmed it. The legend is back. Legs gave out. Collapsing to the floor. Tears burst forth like a broken dam. Sobbing like a child. Master. Flashback to the dark days. Joined Cho Desau because Master was gone. Keeping an eye on Ki Eung-hoo paid off. World said dead. But giving up wasn't an option. Searched every corner of the earth. Now back in Korea. Just like old times. Only Master could pull a stunt like this. Clutching the foam like a lifeline. Slapping cheeks. No time for tears. Need to move. Need to see Master. Turning to leave a voice chilled the air. Yu-hwa. Cho Desau. Turning around slowly. Boss told you to call me uncle when we're alone. Where's the fire frozen in place? Trembling while clutching the phone. The secret return. Can't let it slip. Nothing. Just. Cho Desau grabbed the shoulder. Grip tight. Nothing. Never seen that look before. Not even when your mother died. He's back, isn't he? Blood drained from Yu-hwa's face. Cho Desau didn't need a confirmation. Mad Dog Min Siwoo. Sharp as a razor. Mad Dog Min Siwoo. Yu-hwa turned green. So that's why. Running off like a loyal dog, finding its owner, Cho Desau's side eyes dark with schemes. Patting Yu-hwa's head gently. Too gently. Yu-hwa. Still. So naive. So innocent. Despise the bloodline all you want. Still the only niece. My sister's only legacy. Walking away this easily. Not going to happen. Yu-hwa barely held it together. Veins popping with suppressed rage. Swatted Dew's filthy hand away. Here, by choice, old man. Don't get confused. Soul mission was finding Master, and you know it. Dew just sneered like a snake in the grass. Approached with suspicion about Min Siwoo's disappearance. Playing the obedient servant while digging for secrets, saw right through the act. Accepted the offer for one simple reason. Hunters at that level carry a heavy price tag. Yu-hwa froze. What? No chance to speak. World sees hunters as walking dollar signs. Handing over a useful asset, my own flesh and blood, to that scumbag. Not happening. Yu-hwa screamed. Don't make me laugh. Abandoned when needed most. now claiming rights. Never once saw you as family. Master raised this orphan true. But does Master know the truth, daughter of a villain? Words cut deeper than any blade. Silence. Truth hurts. Dae walked past, voice dripping with poison. Don't be an idiot. Watched Min Siwoo for years. Know exactly how criminals get treated. Imagine the look on Min Siwoo's face when the past comes to light. Act noble all you want. Rotten roots never change. Yu Hua stood frozen, statue of despair, fists clenched, powerless to scream, just a lonely figure in the massive corridor. Voice barely a whisper. Bastard. Meanwhile, at the training grounds, air buzzed with activity. Shin Ji-soo scratched a cheek, awkward vibes. Hey Min Siwoo, Guildmaster said you're leading the drill. But seriously, these guys too, talking about ghosts and the guy dying of heatstroke in a pink bear suit. Min Siwoo shrugged. Subordinates. No juniors. Might actually learn a thing or two. Consider them seniors in the survival game. Bear suit was actually V. Hiding the face is key, but the heat inside hell on earth. Bows and intros exchanged. Nice to meet you. Empire Guild Hunter Shin Ji-soo. And Empire Guild Hunter Bin Guk, eyes locked on Ghost. Never seen a hunter this ancient. Aura. Absolutely terrifying. Face of a demon, smile of a saint. Old monk vibes switched to friendly mode. Look forward to working together. Sharp eyes on that girl. Quick learner type. Ghost charmed Shin Ji-soo instantly. I'll do my best, Min Siwoo whispered to the bear. Training time. More like community service for criminals. Mess up dead. V bristled at the threat. Think the mana oath is a joke. One wrong move and heads roll. Everyone knows that. Just trying to pay off the debt. Okay, alright. Drop the killer glare. Min Siwoo took point. Into the abyss. Entrance to N5 gate. Shin Ji-soo trailed behind. Heart pounding like a drum. Honest truth, skill is so unique. Haven't stepped inside a gate since the tutorial tower days. Min Siwoo waved it off. Chill out. Gate is just a dimensional doorway, nothing more. Bin Guk sweated. But people vanish. Trapped when it closes. Call it getting eaten. Min Siwoo scoffed. Eaten please. It's a door slamming shut. Ghost dropped some wisdom. Exactly. Humanity holds the keys now. Private guilds buying gates proof enough. Once a calamity, now a cash cow. Mana cores, monster corpses. It all smells like money. Cowards get paid in nothing. Step through. Reality warped. Suddenly, a dense jungle. From city concrete to wild nature in a heartbeat. Shin Ji-soo and Bin Guk gawked at the view. But Shin Ji-soo stumbled. World spinning. Gate sickness. Bin Guk scanned the perimeter. Unlike the tower, the safe zone was actually safe. Min Siwoo smirked at V. Looks like a field trip. Is this the new generation? What do they even teach at Hunter Academy? V sighed. Master, you're a living fossil. First gen legend. But tactics got standardized ages ago. 5 syllabus. Hunters are just career paths now. Tutorial tower get ranked, guild drafts you based on GPA. Real fighting starts after the contract. Seiw frowned. Real fighting. You mean taking out trash mobs in F-rank dungeons? Sounds like mass-producing cannon fodder. One big wave and they're gone. Hey rookie, cut the chatter. Show me what you got. Shin Ji-soo puffed up. You got it. Bin Guk held back a scowl. Only following orders because the boss said so. Who is this clown outsider barking orders? Stuck babysitting a rookie who can't even cast properly. Absolute joke. Shin Ji-soo focused. Mana flared. Done. Thought she nailed it. Smile formed, boom explosion sent her flying. Min Siwoo sighed. Hey Shin Ji-soo. She sat in the dirt, ego bruised body fine. Scrambled apologies. Min Siwoo cut her off. Forget it. Toss an item through the air. Catch. A whip. Min Siwoo nodded. Mana conductor. More complex. The spell pattern, the harder it hits. Heard about the condition. Use the whip as a trigger. Try again. Shin Ji-soo stood tall. Crack much smoother this time. Rustling leaves. Bin Guk's ears twitched. Look up goblins, swarming the canopy. Bin Guk screamed the warning. Min Siwoo didn't flinch. Perfect timing. Go kill them. Bin Guk blinked. Excuse me. Mi Siwoo rolled his eyes. Who else? It's training day. Just try not to die. Bin Guk is panicking hard. This is probably his first taste of real combat. Ghost spots, a tracking skill active. Yo, mastering that kind of tech ain't exactly a walk in the park. At best, that's B-rank trash. Free ain't impressed either. The guy thinks the skill is useless. Looks flashy as hell, but zero actual impact on the battlefield. Ghost analyzes the sloppy fighting style against those goblins. Spamming skills like that, mana's gonna hit 0 in no time flat. And right now, Bin Guk is riding the struggle bus. Sure, goblins are basic fodder, but tossing a rookie into a whole swarm solo. What kind of hellish training is this? Bin Guk is about to collapse. Screaming at the top of lungs, Hunter Shin Ji-soo, you done yet? She's just chilling over there, almost. Suddenly, Bin Guk's magic circle just vanishes into thin air. Down for the count. Just like Ghost predicted, mana tank is empty. A goblin hurls an axe straight for the kill. Talk about bad timing. But then, Shin Su lands the taming skill just in time, axe drops, goblin freezes like a statue. That's monster taming for you, an A+ rank ability allowing the caster to hijack a monster's brain for 10 minutes. Duration, count, and rank all scale up depending on the caster's mana pool. Save Bin Guk's skin by a hair's breadth. Jisoo orders the beast, back off now. The goblin obeys every single word without hesitation. Weapon down, stepping back. Shin Jisoo is hyped doing little dances while the goblin mimics every move. All done Hunter Min Siwoo. What do you think my taming skill, Ghost and Vaughn are actually impressed? That girl controlling monsters. Control skills are rare loot in this world. And considering the spirit support that skill has high tier potential, looks promising. But Frey, being the glutton, just sees a snack. Finally, something worth eating. I want it. Let's make a deal. Go chew on her. Hunter Min Siwoo, watching from the ground, finally speaks up. Interesting show, but you only controlled one monster. So what's the plan for the rest? Shin Jisoo forgot this isn't a duel. It's a swarm. Panic mode activated, rushing to shake Ben Guk awake. Totally knocked out. They're coming. Wake up, idiot. Screaming in pure terror. Help me. The desperate cry echoes through the dungeon. Back at base after a hellish training day, Shin Jisoo is super grateful. Hunter Seiw, thanks to you I finally got the hang of using my ability. Shin Jisoo looks wrecked, dirt bruises the works. Ben Guk can't even stand. Vaughn has to carry the poor guy like a sack of potatoes. Min Siwoo shrugs it off. Standard stuff. If you can't keep up, tell Min Jun to get a new instructor. Shin Jisoo shakes her head. No, seriously. I was arrogant. Thought just awakening a skill and becoming a hunter made a person special. Thought higher rank meant being superior. Meanwhile, Ben Guk is dead to the world on Vaughn's shoulder. Dude had the longest day ever. Jisoo finally gets it. The skill is just a tool, a method. It's not the identity. Doesn't matter how legendary the sword in hand is. How it's used depends on the wielder. Mana adaptation and grinding are what count. Min Siwoo nods. As long as Shin Jisoo learned at least one thing. It wasn't a waste. Keep grinding. Need help. Ask the bear or the old man. I'm out. Suddenly, a buzz of noise erupts nearby. A crowd gathering. Min Siwoo spots unfamiliar faces. Uninvited guests, another guild crashing the party. Shin Jisoo snaps her fingers. Ah, right, I heard. Negotiations between Azure Flower and other guilds regarding that new gate in the Middle East desert. Must be the delegation team, just arriving. Min Siwoo mumbles, scanning the group. Azure Flower, huh. Unexpectedly, Min Siwoo walks straight toward them, leaving Shin Jisoo confused. Hunter Min Siwoo standing in the center is none other than Yu Hua. They're deep in discussion. According to the report, this gate is an anomaly. When we in the Empire Guild found it, we recovered the first wave of hunters. These weren't normal monster attacks. Bodies intact on the outside, but internal organs completely pulverized. Makes no sense, unless something was inserted directly into their bodies. Even Yuhua is stumped. Suddenly, a familiar voice drops from behind. Yuhua. Finally, we meet again. Min Siwoo is already standing right in her face, grinning like a devil. Yuhua, your master returns, and not even a hello. Joy flashes across her face, but a dark memory suppresses it. She grips her arm, tight eyes darting away, avoiding his gaze. You're back, master. Min Siwoo starts, if you're free now. Yuhua cuts him off cold. Sorry, I have matters to attend to. Excuse me, she bolts. Her entourage scrambles to keep up with the guild master. Min Siwoo is left standing there solo. Time for Frey's sarcasm. Rejected at light speed. Does the food want some comfort? Ghost chimes in. What a rude young lady. Is that the master's old disciple? Min Siwoo nods, but something felt off. Wasn't she crying? Sharp eyes caught it, no matter how hard she tried to mask the emotion. Turns out in the past, Yu Hua was always like this, hiding away from people to cry. Look at that, huddled in a corner sobbing again. Min Siwoo slides in next to her. Go away, she snaps. What's the tears for? You and Min Jun are the same age, so what if you lost one sparring match? Why so frustrated? Why hide to cry? Everyone knows anyway. He goes for the head pat. Yu Hua slaps his hand away. He's master's biological brother, so of course he gets better training. I'm just the stray you picked up. Tears streaming, venting it all out. She's grateful for being saved from the streets, but wishes he wouldn't meddle in everything. She knows he's strong and kind, but at the end of the day, you're not even my real brother. Min Siwoo ignores the drama, aggressively patting her head. Don't care. I do what I want. Being born in this trash world is suffering enough. At least let me choose my own family. I'll see you as my real sister. You see me as your real brother. Less annoying that way, right? She clearly loves the head pat, but refuses to show it. Deflecting hard. Who wants that? Nobody asked you to do this. And just like that, the walls came down. So double training tomorrow, wanna cry even louder. He talks like he owns the place, pushing limits to the absolute breaking point every single day. Looking back, those half-joking conversations hid a terrifying truth. Being just a little sister or the #1 disciple was never the end goal. The hunger was for equality. To stand tall as a partner, strong enough to shoulder the same worldview. But somewhere in the chaos, forbidden emotions took root and started to bloom. The blood of a villain runs through these veins. Even after being abandoned, survival depended on their dirty stolen money. What right does trash like this have to feel love? It hurts like hell, but that bastard Cho Desau spoke the truth. The master shouldn't be dragged down by this filth. Yet sitting still and doing nothing is impossible. If standing side by side is a pipe dream, then guarding the rear will have to suffice. Fighting for the master who gifted this second chance at life is the only path forward. Yuhua storms into Min Jun's quarters like a hurricane. Shock paints Min Jun's face at the intrusion. Is that Yuhua guards go up immediately against the girl standing there. Correction, that is Guildmaster Yuhua. The meeting is hours away, so why this sudden invasion? Dropping formalities, the name Min Jun drops from lips. A private chat is needed. Urgent business only. Pure determination radiates from Yuhua's face. Meanwhile, Kyung-hoo wrestles with heavy thoughts elsewhere. It is not about a lack of trust. Since the first gate cracked open the sky, the three pillars stood on the front lines against hell itself. In those lawless days of power-drunk maniacs, respect was given to comrades fighting for humanity's survival. But lines are drawn. If a deal with the devil was made to rebuild civilization, to restore a shattered nation, Cho Desau cuts in sharply. Save the poetic speeches, Kyung-hoo. A smirk twists that arrogant face. Obviously, a meeting with Min Seiw already took place. Silence falls heavily. Cho Desau continues the taunt. Did the returnee call this suspicion out hilarious? 10 years should have tamed that mad dog, but apparently not. Listen closely. Kyung-hoo. Do not get it twisted like the sheep out there. National peace, human benefit, garbage. The three pillars, an absolute joke. That title makes blood boil just thinking about it. True desire is power. Cho Desau turns, grinning like a total psychopath. Mana is a divine gift to mankind. The only logical path is pushing those limits until they break. The goal is simple. Clash with the strongest, crush them into dust, and ascend to godhood. Political power is just a stepping stone. Any deal with a demon exists solely to serve personal ambition. World leaders do not shake hands with devils for peace. They do it for the benefits lining their pockets. 10 years later, civilization is greater than ever. Back then, the treaty was deemed necessary. But now, hypocrisy creates blame. This guy is a master manipulator. Kyung-hoo stands frozen, unable to counter the insane, watertight logic pouring from Cho Desau. Kyung-hoo fires back. So the deal with the devil is real. And Min Seiw was the disappearance and the erasure of those records part of the master plan. Pure nonsense. Nothing is hidden here. If Min Seiw has returned, it just means a chance to grind that bug into dust has arrived. A direct confrontation is welcomed. Oh, how convenient. A familiar voice cuts through the air, choking the words right out of Cho Desau. The voice rains down from the heavens. Questions need answering personally. Eyes dart upward to find the source. Under the ghostly moonlight, Min Seiw floats like a judgment god. Long time no see. The hunt is over. No sneaking around, just straight for the throat. Truly living up to the name Mad Dog. Has it been a long time? Min Seiw glares down from the sky. Lightning crackles around a clenched fist, surging with raw power. Reinforced glass might as well be paper. Shattered into 100 jagged pieces. Cho Desau cackles like a lunatic, not even flinching as razor-sharp shards rain down around him. Nice view from the top. The front door was a hassle, too much bureaucratic red tape. Stepping into the room, Min Seiw skips the pleasantries. Before the annoying trash arrives, listen up. 10 years ago, did a conspiracy with Pandemonium banish this hunter to another dimension? Cho Desau smooths back perfectly styled hair. All this drama for a simple question. How incredibly dull. Mad Dog, keep pushing and the whole building comes down. Answer, the question, one eye. That nickname hits a nerve rage bubbling under Cho Desau's skin. Ha, the arrogance is timeless. 10 years gone and not a single scar. Must have been a lovely little vacation in that other world. What triggered this home invasion? Silence. A blur of motion. Death misses by a millimeter, leaving a thin line of blood on Cho Desau's cheek. Irritation spikes. Vacation. Perhaps tearing limbs off and tossing the pieces into another dimension will clarify things. Answer. Now or die. Did a conspiracy with that Pandemonium trash happen? Is Min Jun's blood on those hands? Cho Desau calmly wipes the crimson streak from a cheek. And is Yuhua or the other disciples being targeted? For a Mad Dog, the protective instinct over family is surprisingly sharp. Cho Desau erupts into laughter. Yes, this is the Mad Dog of legend. Head thrown back in ecstasy, high on the killing intent filling the room. That bloodlust is pure nostalgia. Magic circles flare to life. Min Seiw is seconds away from taking a head. Yet the bastard stands there oozing unearned confidence. While the hero played games in another dimension, battles against the world's strongest hunters forged this body into something superior. An outdated relic does not even cause an itch. It is lackluster, boring. And usually the ones who talk the most are the first to drop. Answering a dull interrogation is beneath this station. Rage is required. Pure, unadulterated fury that demands a deathmatch. A snap of fingers releases a shockwave. But the mad dog does not flinch. Does a hole need to be punched through a throat to get an answer? Luckily, Ki Eung-hoo intervenes before the building evaporates. Hold it, logic needs to prevail over testosterone right now. Two national-level double S-class hunters clashing in a civilian zone. Is the concept of responsibility completely foreign to these thick skulls? Oblivious security guards downstairs have no idea that doomsday is brewing just a few floors up. Ki Eung-hoo turns the lecture to Min Seiw. Even under the Bureau's watch, the Imperial Congress is liable for that safety. The lawless era is over, so stop acting like a thug. A clash between hunters right here. That's a PR nightmare waiting to happen. If dragging the Little Brothers Guild into the mud and looking like anti-government rebels isn't the goal, kill the hostility. Now, pure murder radiated from Min Seiw. The only desire was to punch a lethal hole straight through Daesu's throat, yet the target stood firm and unshakable mountain. Ki Eung-hoo broke the silence, mocking the tension. Ki Eung-hoo, still boring as ever, missed the old days where taking a life was fair game and the power struggle never ended.
This era. It's suffocatingly dull, isn't it? Daesu scoffed, dissipating the terrifying energy gathering in the palm. However, since a spark of entertainment was provided, here's a freebie. Had zero part in Min Jun's death. As for Yuhua, she walked into the enemy camp on her own 2 feet. If the disciple turned out to be a failure, don't pin that baggage on others. Next time answers are needed, try knocking instead of barging in. A playground will be prepared to unleash that rage without limits. Daesu turned to leave. Min Seiw watched the retreat, eyes burning with silent, deadly calculation. Hard to read that mind. Ki Eung-hoo exhaled, relieved the capital hadn't been reduced to ash. The elevator chimed. Daesu stepped out. A lackey rushed forward, panic in the voice. President Strange readings from the upper floors. Silence. How many times must the order be repeated? There isn't a soul on this continent strong enough to scratch the throne. The bodyguard bowed, trembling. Sorry. Forget it. The real work begins now. Signal the Infinite Legion. Prep Gate A. And summon him. Darkness swallowed the city. Moonlight danced with the clouds as Min Jun sat in the office, drowning in thought. Flashback, 7 hours prior. The topic was YZ. A clandestine meet between Min Jun and Yuhua. Bodies near the gate. We both know what was found. Autopsy results are insane. Organs pulverized at the cellular level. Either they fought a monster with a unique skill, or they ingested something forbidden. The thread connects back to a ghost organization, the YZ Guild. YZ operates in the shadows of the cleared gate. Even top brass haven't heard a whisper. Zero data. But rumors say the guild master is a literal demon. Min Jun couldn't process the absurdity. Wait, a demon? Yuhua cut in sharp. Work closely with the government long enough and the walls start talking. Believe it or don't. An independent probe is launching. They will move. Once new intel surfaces, expect a report. Briefing over Yuhua turned to leave cold and detached. Then a final warning. Daesu has eyes on the guild. Don't initiate contact. Wait for the signal. Min Jun called out, desperate. Yuhua, why this betrayal? No logic offered, only a plea. Don't tell master.
Because a return wasn't in the cards. Min Jun replayed the memory. Suspicions were there. 10 years under Cho Desau isn't a coincidence. Min Jun slumped back, exhausted. The mental load was crushing. Why now? Why like this? Even if joining Desau was to find traces of Big Brother. Brother is back now. Why stay? 3 top disciples, all blinded by their own dark secrets. Trust is a luxury no longer affordable. Min Jun massaged aching temples. Not Yuhua. Not Xiaolong. What is the endgame? Suddenly a voice pierced the silence. What about Yuhua? Min Seiw stood there, a ghost in the room. Min Jun bolted upright. Brother, since when? Min Jun averted the gaze. That's. Stop the act. Spit it out. What is wrong with Yuhua? Rewind 10 years ago. The vanished timeline. An abandoned factory. So the plan is to wipe Min Seiw from history. Desau stood opposite a demon. Shadows clung to them. Correct. The anomaly who pushed the 4 demon kings to the brink of extinction. This is the second seat under Demon King Hecatan. To rule demons requires absolute independence. The king's authority must remain flawless. Records of a mere human nearly ending a demon king. That is a stain, a systemic threat. The war might have paused, but chaos still reigns. Sign the treaty to keep order among the species. Beneficial for all? No. Desau found the logic laughable. Just because the paper was signed, don't take humanity for fools. We won. The deal was for the filth to help repair the damage. Why honor a pact with exiles banished to the polar wastelands? The retort made Hecatan cackle. SS, rank hunter Desau. Been watching for a while. Deep down, there's disappointment that the war ended right. A new power source discovered. Infinite potential. But laws leash the power like a dog. Can't use it. Desau froze. The words struck a nerve. Hecatan pressed the advantage. Spoken like a true demon. Don't deny it. The starvation for a challenge for a real fight against the strong never left. The ultimate form of mana, the key to that apex is here. Desau remains silent, gears turning behind stoic eyes. Desau's fist clenched, veins popping. Garbage. All this drama just to delete a humiliating loss from the history books. Say the offer is accepted. If that power is attained, a bigger threat is born for demonkind. Did that cross the mind? Hekaden tilted the chin, arrogant. Think us short-sighted. Unlike fleeting humans, our time is endless. Perspectives differ. The only pursuit is the truth of magic and the dimension gates bridging worlds. The pitch delivered, Hekaden vanished into the void. We await a favorable response, Korea's strongest hunter. Desau stared at the empty space where the devil stood. Present day. Wong Guild exclusive S-rank gate. Desau walked in alone. A shadow followed. Sir, as requested. An empty gate prepared. 0 strategic value. Sole property of Muon Guild. Total jurisdiction granted. Public access blocked. Life signs negative. Hearing the confirmation, Desau glanced back, a sinister approval in the eyes. Excellent work. Get your people out of here now. The invites were sent right. The lackey stammers trying to bring up the summit. Cho Desau cuts the conversation short. I already know about tomorrow. Don't make me repeat myself. Cho Desau snaps at the subordinate. Suddenly, a presence manifests behind them. First, you tell me. To go on a business trip now, you summon me to this dump. It's Yuhua. Cho Desau warns Yuhua to watch the attitude with others around. The old man signals the lackey to get lost. Yuhua doesn't wait for privacy. What's the drama now? Think I'm involved in the Min Jun disappearance case. Hearing that name makes Yuhua's expression go pitch black. You won't believe the trash Cho Desau spouts next. When that proposal came from the Demon King's faction, I didn't say no. Even realizing Min Jun was fading from existence, Cho Desau did nothing. Whether that guy vanishes or not my problem. Yuhua can't believe this nonsense. What the hell? You played dirty behind the scenes. But I wavered because of my past indifference. Wondered if that apathy gave me power. A moment of self-reflection. Nope. Wrong. I just wanted one thing. Certainty. Proof that I am the apex predator, not Min Jun. Cho Desau decides to eliminate the niece, right here. Luckily, it's Yuhua. Anyone else would be instant dead meat. She dodges, you maniac. Do you hear yourself? I deal with. Demon Kings, Yuhua backs away. Limit reached. So you really orchestrated everything, my master's disappearance. The erasure of the records. Rage explodes. Yuhua launches at Cho Desau. A kick straight to the head. But Cho Desau blocks it like it's nothing. Like I said, just like your mother. That devastating temper triggers instantly. The disgusting cowardice of kneeling to enemies for power. That slow, stupid brain can't grasp the situation. One hit Cho Desau sends Yuhua flying into a dust cloud. You're just a tool. A tool to push Min Jun's killing intent to the absolute limit. Smoke clears. Yuhua looks wrecked on the rubble, giving off major tragic vibes. Like an endgame scene, right? Desau cracks his knuckles, feeling good. That inferiority complex haunted me like a ghost. Faded with the disappearance of that crazy dog. But like a stubborn stain, it's still there. Now that Min Jun returns, it's time to scrub the last remnants away. Dude has a massive ego problem. Yuhua actually laughs. Ha, you really
Think Master will dance to your cheap tune because of me. Spoilers, Yuhua is about to get stomped. Cho Desau is stone cold, stepping right on the niece.
Back then, that idiot played Happy Family. I couldn't believe it. But after seeing his eyes recently, certainty. 10 years in that other world cost him too much. Yuhua is just the spark. Cho Desau claims ignorance on Min Jun's death. I just play the cards I'm dealt, grinding the heel into the wound. He summons a massive chains and hooks. As expected, Cho Desau binds Yuhua as a hostage. Don't waste energy. This is Juku crafted by the Grandmaster of Black Heaven. Even high-rank hunters can't break it. Struggle, and it absorbs your mana, slowly eating away at your core. Sit still, become a cripple. Don't know how long the duel with him will last, so keep squirming. That's your only role now. Yuhua gasps, running on fumes. Won't change a thing. You're still just trash. Yuhua freezes, eyes going wide. She sees something unbelievable. Is it the power of plot armor? Min Jun is here, channeling all that crazy dog energy into one strike. Boom. A massive explosion crashes down like a tsunami. Cho Desau walks out of the smoke like a maniac. No. From now on, history gets a rewrite, an accurate one, because the outdated hero dies here, and the name Cho Desau will be etched as the continent's strongest. Min Seiw looks at this clown. Laughable. Min Jun doesn't waste breath. Action only. A magic circle manifests. The earth rumbles, cracking open toward Cho Desau. Cho Desau looks hyped. He's waited a decade for this throwdown. Still light as grass, crazy dog. 10 years passed, and the abyss between us has only deepened. Min Siwoo ignores the taunt, but Frey watches. Damn it, the guy is a legitimate monster. Min Siwoo still hasn't recovered full power. No time to worry. Glancing at Yu Hua, order given to Frey Max. Output. Go all out. Frey thinks Min Siwoo has lost it. Are you insane? I've only recovered half my mana. The human is stronger than anyone we've met. I can't devour a skill of that magnitude while trapped in this pathetic body. Using the limit now, who knows what the side effects will be? Min Siwoo dismisses it. 1/2, that's just 50% of the otherworldly power. No problem at all. Cho Desau sees Min Siwoo standing still, muttering regrets. Both flare their power to terrify the other. Min Siwoo blurs, appearing instantly in front of Cho Desau. This is more than enough for a bastard like you. Debris flies everywhere. Explosions rock the area. Yu Hua watches from the chains, witnessing the clash. First-generation hunters, the true awakened, casting speed, so fast the naked eye can't even track it. Knew there was a power gap. But S rank versus SS rank, the difference is massive. A spear emerges from the magic circle. Cho Desau grabs the weapon. Haha, been ages since I felt this. Cho Desau grips the spear, discards all limits, charging like a warrior, though honestly just looks like a psycho. Contrast time, Cho Desau is going berserk. Min Siwoo is ice cold. 10 years later, still collecting toys and making a mess. Zero changes. Seiw seems to have erected a stone wall, absolutely solid. But look closer, a tiny hole appears, a spark of light flashing through the defense. Boom, Cho Desau's spear smashes right through the barrier. Watching from the sidelines, Frey realizes the power scale is totally broken. That level of madness isn't human. Fighting high-tier demons solo, seems doable now. That spear definitely isn't some store-bought trash. Seiw, however, thinks Cho Desau just looks like a total gorilla. Whatever the attitude is entertaining. Seiw snatches the spear away. But honestly, the opponent is just a half-baked human anyway. Why is Cho Desau laughing after losing the weapon? Oh, summoning more toys. Looking like a walking armory now, Cho Desau picks a familiar weapon without blinking. Ah, the Mad Dog Blade. A vicious slash rips towards Seiw. The explosion is deafening, shaking the heavens, but right before impact, a barrier snaps into place. Crisis averted, but cracks are showing on the shield. Cho Desau looks way too amused by the struggle. Cracking already. That pathetic shield is done for. Suddenly, a hammer appears in hand. Time to turn this defense into ashes. Hammer strikes rain down, trying to shatter the guard completely. Seiw would chill as ice. Ice spears manifest, launching a counterattack from the blind spot. The impact creates a blinding flash. Nobody can see a thing, not even the spectators. But that hammer cracked just as expected. Cho Desau brushes ice off the hair. Even Kang Ho isn't this tough. Seiw dusts off the dirt. Quit yapping and destroy it if you want to die. Cho Desau replies, if saving that is the goal, the bastard has lost all value. Now, after a pathetic trick like that, thinking everything is cool, Yu Hua is fading fast. Cho Desau laughs, mocking the situation, claiming, after pulling a stunt like that, thinking it's possible to just chill, just existing makes the target valuable. Valuable enough. The target Cho Desau mentions is obviously Yu Hua. Isn't being the daughter of a serial killer honor enough? That line hits like a critical strike. Yu Hua's face goes pale, blood draining away. Trying to scream back, shut your mouth. One more word. And I swear, tears start rolling down Yu Hua's cheeks. Seiw cuts in, voice steady. Don't move, Yu Hua, you'll get hurt. Hair shadows the eyes, classic sign of rage. Seeing the student in pain, Seiw is absolutely furious right now. Exactly what the villain planned. Feels like skin being peeled off, right? Let's see how long that laughter lasts. Seiw shows a truly terrifying expression. Cho Desau pulls another toy. Let's get serious. Before the sentence even finishes, Seiw is there. Right in the face. Shut up. Good thing Cho Desau has reflexes, or that would have been game over. Cho Desau is shocked. The weapon shattered in one hit. The mana control. No, the density changed completely. Cho Desau grabs a sword, backing off fast. Cowardly fighting style, 10 years and the output control hasn't changed. Let's see how long that trash talk lasts. The ground screams. Under the pressure. You're the last one to talk about tactics. Cho Desau dodges like crazy. Back in the day, I had energy to spare. Magic circles open, strange swords emerging around Seiw. But those attacks prove one thing. Seiw finally notices. Chains binding the feet. A giant sword, well giant to a normal person, descends. You aren't on my level anymore. Cho Desau still confident. Not the main character, but acts like one. Smoke covers the area, blinding Yu Hua too. Seiw's condition. Master Yu Hua sees something shocking as the smoke clears. Seiw speaks up. Of all the garbage coming out of that mouth, one thing was true. You aren't my opponent. Seiw blocked the attack with one hand. 0 damage. Seiw's strength is monstrous, crushing the blade held by Cho Desau. Just a second ago, Cho Desau was talking big, now the hand trembles. That was a legendary weapon, a great sword capable of slicing buildings. Didn't even budge. Cho Desau tries to push back. Fought for 10 years, Seiw yanks the sword, punching straight into the side of Cho Desau's chest. I've been doing this for 100 years, you scumbag. Cho Desau's armor shatters. Impossible. The force is insane. Seiw sends the enemy flying straight to the ceiling. Cho Desau lands in the rubble. Interesting. Really interesting. Haven't bled in ages. Cho Desau stands up. Condensed mana for a single strike. Fine, I'll respond with full power. Cho Desau reveals a bracelet hidden under the sleeve. 5 years ago, every double S rank hunter had to wear this limiter. Mana, stats, skills, all nerfed to protect society. Remove it without permission, instant criminal status. Honestly, looks super lame. Cho Desau throws the limiter down. Seiw laughs. A dog leash fits perfectly. Beasts need chains after all. Did you climb the ranks just to get a pat on the head from the government? Seiw asks. With the bracelet gone, power levels skyrocket. You overestimate yourself. Think that's the only reason. I'm here makes sense. The ground is getting wrecked, standard fight procedure. Nobody was worthy of testing this power on. Weird flex, but okay. Seiw hates chatty opponents. Love hearing your own voice, huh? Show me what you got then. Seiw unveils a new move. Lightning strikes from the heavens. Pure chaos ensues. Wind pressure is crazy strong. Seriously, could dry laundry in a second with this gale. Yuhua, still chained, takes the brunt of the shockwave. Rolling on the ground, struggling against the chains. Just the colliding mana is enough. The ground is cracking open like a broken eggshell. The gate is on its last legs. Total collapse is imminent. If this brawl keeps going, the Master's raw power is going to wipe out the innocent bystanders. Yuhua struggles to get back up. This madness has to stop no matter what. The whole terrain keeps shifting under the pressure of these two maniacs going at it. Neither side is backing down, just smashing into each other. Now come the dirty plays. Zero chill involved. Dew is shattering massive boulders with that hammer like they're glass. Seriously, where does this geezer stash all that heavy artillery? Meanwhile, Min Jun is spamming the flash step technique, zipping around so fast the eyes can't even track the movement. Frey seems to get a total kick out of this move. Laughs. The gut feels a bit queasy, but the rush, absolutely toxic in the best way. This is barely half output. Unleashing full force would be a whole different dimension. Now this is what real power tastes like. Dew coughs up blood. Total shock paints the old face. Even after breaking limits, the power gap is still this massive impossible. Ain't no way that's happening. Damn it, Dew summons a whole arsenal of weapons from thin air. A hand reaches out, grabbing a specific tool of destruction. Pretty impressive memory to pick the perfect killer tool from that pile in a split second. Then a full force throws straight at Min Seiw. Rip that brat to shreds. Who knew this piece of junk was actually a divine artifact? The energy takes the shape of a white tiger, slashing its claws right at Min Seiw. A spark of surprise hits. A literal monster sealed inside a divine artifact. Min Seiw doesn't hesitate for a second, instantly casting a taming matrix on the beast. Dayu is just getting slapped with surprise after surprise. Laughs. The geezer asks, what kind of hell was lived through during those 10 years? In a blink, that ferocious monster gets domesticated. Min Seiw flaunts the arrogance of a predator at the top of the food chain. Alright, time to pick a new owner. Attack Dew is losing it but can't do a thing. You bastard. A defensive barrier goes up in a panic. But just before the next clash, Yuhua rushes in to interrupt the chaos. Enough, have minds been lost here. Look at the surroundings. Min Seiw finally snaps out of the battle trance upon hearing the voice. The sky gate is literally on the verge of total collapse. Does anyone realize what happens if all this mana floods the real world? Yuhua throws a threat right at Dew. If that goes down, not even the Great Elder can dodge the responsibility. Everyone knows this leads straight to the international court if things go south right. Dew glares at the grandchild. Such arrogance. Yuhua reveals that during the rampage, a distress signal reached the association and HMCS HQ. Won't be long before the squad responds and reopens the exit. So kill the fighting right now. Yuhua glances over at Min Seiw. The master stays quiet, maintaining that cool, silent demeanor. Suddenly, a notification pings from the bracelet Dew threw down earlier. The old man picks it up to check the intel. Damn it. The voice on the other line speaks. HMCS headquarters here. It's Edward. Chairman Deo, emergency situation. Need immediate attention. No clue who the mystery caller is. Deo looks visibly annoyed at having to bail. Damn it, on the way. The back turns and the figure walks away. This is why people say never tame wild beasts. Lost interest. Get lost. Honestly, sticking around any longer would have probably sent the old guy straight to the Shadow Realm. Yuhua finally lets out a breath of relief. A shadow stretches across the broken ground. It's finally over. The Master is the last person on Earth who should know the dark truth. Yuhua collapses to the floor, gripping a trembling arm. No matter what, betraying the sincerity and kindness shown by the Master is not an option. Even if death is the price, that secret stays buried. Fear creeps in. If the master asks right now what answer can be given, how to even begin explaining that the disciple raised with care is actually the spawn of a criminal. Seiw walks over. Hey, everything all right? No major injuries. Seiw gently checks the student for wounds. Yu Hua feels a wave of emotion, totally caught off guard. Oh, master, still so gentle. Words fail and ugly crying begins. Just like a little kid, Yu Hua runs over and tackles Seiw with a massive hug. Master. Meanwhile, Seiw just thinks the kid has way too much energy.